including the solo homer that tied the game in the bottom of the seventh. The 18-inning game ties for the longest in postseason history. The first two games of this series had lasted under 6 hours total. This game went over 6.5 hours. The Monday Night Football game at Kansas City went to the Chiefs, 28-7 against Washington. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdown passes in the second half, 290.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings for varsity.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because we don't sell them on anything.
They can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man? World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute it.
I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the booth.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing.
Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, Bad News Bubba. It is Tuesday, October 28th. We are live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It is Oklahoma Hate Week, or Beat Oklahoma Week. Send them back to the Big 12 week. Cody, how are you?
Doing good. Doing good, John. Good to be here. It's good to be anywhere. Good morning to the freaks, and hello to you all. Cloudy day here in our fair city. I don't know who the people at Fox 43 think they are for pulling the World Series to do their evening news, their late night news at 12:49 a.m. The longest game in World Series history last night, or, tied for it anyway. The Dodgers win in 18 innings. Unbelievable. And I didn't see it because Fox 43 pulled the damn World Series. I mean, are you a network or are you not a network? What kind of serious network pulls the World Series?
To pile on top of that, there's numerous occasions where they would come back from commercial break and there'd already be one out with like the batter already facing a 2-2 count.
Yeah.
Like that happened, I think, in the 12th inning too. And it's like, what are we doing here?
Just terrible stuff. I mean, is it even a network? What the hell is Fox 43? You got WATE, Channel 6, ABC affiliate, quality station. You got the GOAT, WBIR, Channel 10, NBC affiliate, great station, Todd Howell, a lot of great local people. And then you got Channel 8, which, they're fine too, WVLT. Shout out to all of our local news people. What the hell is this Fox 43? Why does it exist? And who the hell do they think they are? It's the World Series. So what? It went a little long. You got to get in to tell me about there's a highway project in Blount County that needs it. It's 12:49 a.m. the people that care about the local news are not awake. They've gone to bed. They watched it at 5 and 6. And are there developing stories that are so heavy that we got to get to them on Fox 43 for the 11 o'clock news that didn't air at 10 o'clock? It's now 12:49. I mean, I don't know. Just very upsetting. Now, could I have made it to the end without falling asleep? I don't know, because it was the 13th inning, or it was the 12th when they cut me off. And then I listened to it on the radio a little bit in the 13th, and then I fell asleep. Could I have made it to 18 watching on TV? I don't know. It was like 3 a.m.
They might did you a favor.
Yeah, maybe they did, because I was already sleepy, and I was like, surely we'll get this done here in the 12th, No, went another 6 innings. Yeah, baseball, huh? So anyway, Dodgers won. Let's go, Dodgers. Have you seen that video of the 3 Japanese guys who dressed up as Shohei and Yamamoto and the other guy?
No.
I'll show it to you during the break. You'll like it, Sam. Let's go, Dodgers.
Are they actually Japanese guys, or
yeah.
do they just cosplay as Japanese
No,
guys?
they're Japanese guys.
Okay.
But they dressed up like they're heroes. But one of them's dressed as like a furry, and the other two are like Yamamoto and Shohei. And I'll show you the video. So, Freddie Freeman, what do you know? Still a stud.
Yeah. Are Braves fans happy with the Freddie Freeman home run, Sam? Are you happy for the guy?
I guess. I mean, I still think Freddie's heart is in Atlanta. His wife just wanted to go out to L.A.
Does that make it better for you to tell yourself that, and him to
it does.
hit a home run, a walk-off home run in the World Series? At least you're like, he wishes it was with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just makes me feel better. He doesn't actually think that. It just gives me a tiny bit of peace of mind.
I mean, he might think it.
Yeah, he might. That's what keeps me going, But I'm sure he's feeling really good in L.A., winning a lot of games, playing in a lot of meaningful games, having a lot of meaningful moments himself.
Having really good teammates.
Yeah, but the battery, man, how could he forget about that?
Oh, yeah. That Chili's there. It is a good time. That was a great baseball game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just the level of competition. Both teams making plays. Tagging the runners, and just phenomenal throws, and hell of a baseball game. These guys were. Clayton Kershaw had his moment. He came out and got him out of a jam. I guess it was the 11th. Or no, 12th. I don't know. I lost track. Shohei Ohtani, that guy. 4 for 4. They just quit pitching to him. We're gonna walk him from now on.
Yeah, on base 9 times with 2 home runs. He was basically slightly above even money to win MVP, heading into the series. And it does feel like he went ahead and kind of locked that up if the Dodgers are able to win this, assuming Freddie doesn't go crazy. I guess Freddie, since he has the walk-off, maybe if he has a couple other moments, maybe he could be in consideration. But feels like Shohei, going to go ahead and lock up that World Series MVP if they're able to win. That's a loss that feels like multiple losses if you are the Blue Jays. That feels like the end of the series. That's probably hyperbolic. That's probably not exactly true just yet, but it feels like it. Watching it, seeing it. To have to come back and you played 2 games, right? 18 innings, of course, 2 games. To play those, you didn't get a tie for the first one, and you blew a lead in the first one. That's a salt to the wound type of thing, and a loss that feels like it maybe spirals and ends the series. It'd be tough to come back from that, but we'll see. They got to turn around and do it again tonight, right? 3 straight games in LA, 3 straight nights.
These boys are tired.
2-3-2.
Got to turn around
Shohei's pitching tonight.
And respond tonight. We'll see if they're able to do it.
Shohei against Shane Bieber.
Bubba, you good over there this morning?
I'm alive. Shohei's ruined the game of baseball. Rain's ruined other people trying to make it somewhere safely.
Fox 43's ruined local television.
But I'm here, surrounded by good people, good company, and I think that's all that matters.
That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear, Bubba.
Fantasy football might be the dumbest game of all time created.
Oh, no.
Brutal, Bubba.
What happened to you last night,
I
Bubba?
had a 99 chance to win until Mariota threw that interception with 22 seconds left and then, flipped the score because he dropped by like a point, 12.
Oh,
and
no.
as a result, I took the loss.
You were starting Mariota?
I had to. My guy, Jaden Daniels was hurt. My other backup, Sam Darnold, was, out for a bye week. And then by the time I checked my lineup, people have already, switched around. It's like, oh, I guess this is what I'm rolling with.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough.
Dumbest game ever, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it does just make you mad more times than not,
Yeah, at this point, it's like, do I bother trying to check something on Friday, let alone Saturday? Forbid Sunday. Nope, that's a Lord's Day now. Staying away from all things that could make me negative.
I like it. Maybe that's ultimately the point. Maybe your fantasy football struggles are just meant to bring you closer to the Lord. Have you considered that?
Not really.
Well, turns out it just did, so congratulations on that at least. Sam, you shook your head yes. Something happened to you in fantasy? Was last night a bad fantasy night for you? Or
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Clean sweep across my leagues.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Same here.
Nice job, Cody.
Yeah, first time that's going to happen this year, I would imagine. It was that's good though. Fun times.
Good job, boys.
Am I still in last, or how's that working?
Let's see.
I hope so.
I do believe you are still in last, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do believe you're still in last.
Yeah.
Let me
Not
check
for long,
here.
though. Don't you worry.
Yeah, varsity athletes, you and Brett are tied for last. But the good news is you're only 15 points behind.
Yeah, we're still in the mix.
You're only 15 points behind.
Just got to win out. We can still make the playoffs.
Poor Brett, 15 points behind, but 120 points ahead in the points allowed. His opponents have just gone off on him. Poor guy.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Just the way it works sometimes. But, yep, Bob took me down to stay in first place. Sam's in second. Boss Man's in third. Walker's in fourth. Then me and Tim Hill bringing up fifth and sixth, the wild card spots for the playoffs. That's the kind of the cutoff there. Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Still a lot of ball to be played.
Still a lot of ball to be played. You, Brett, 8% to make the playoffs. Russell with 4%. So it's probably time to get going if you're going to get going.
Yeah, just planning to win out.
Well, that was your plan. You get CD Lamb back, so
yep.
We'll see how it works.
It all starts with week 9.
Well, so you could say it started last week. Was last week week 9? No, last week was week 8, right? It started last week. He got a big win.
Yeah.
It's already begun.
Uphill battle for Cody this week as he does not have he has one healthy running back on the team this week.
Sam, trust me.
Saquon Barkley and Quinshon Judkins both on a bye.
This team's seen plenty of adversity. Okay, we can deal with it. We know how to deal with these things. We've seen a lot of guys missing time.
Sam, anything fun for you last night?
Not really, honestly. I was just woke up on my couch at like midnight in the middle of that baseball game, and I thought, oh, should I give this a little bit more of a chance? And I think I gave it until the 12th inning, which Cody is saying that's when the news stuff happened, but I didn't see it, so I don't.
I saw people complaining about it, but I wasn't watching either when it happened.
Other people complained about it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. They should make those complaints loud and outspoken and formally written.
Well, what is Fox going to do? Give you your money back? You don't pay for the channel, so what the hell are they going to do?
If I can help someone in the future to not have their game cut off by Fox 43, that's all I can do. I don't expect anything. I'd like a settlement check, but I doubt I'll get one. Maybe if we all collectively sue the TV station. Is that even a real TV station? I mean,
I feel like we're not winning that battle.
Got to have the news.
Yeah, you got to have the news.
You got to have the news.
Yeah, the evening news on the 3 networks that matter. You don't have to show me that they don't even do their own news. They just take WBIR's news.
What if a couple of guys out there just really love the midnight news?
There's not midnight news.
It came back, by the way.
Did it?
Yeah.
When? 30 minutes later after everyone went to bed?
I don't know. Someone this 1:13 a.m. I see a tweet that says it's returned, so I don't know if that was
1:13 a.m.
That's just when somebody tweeted about it. I don't know if it was back before then or not.
Yeah, so they were off the air for 30 minutes. At least.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ridiculous. Tell me about a school board meeting.
Did you hit your Equinox parlay, Sam?
No, we were one leg shy.
What were you shy? What'd you pick? What was
I think it was like a over for a basketball game.
Did you take your friend's my pick?
Yeah, I did. That was my pick for our.
And it won?
Yeah. Good job, John.
I hit my parlay.
That was nice, right? 3 minutes in. There's nothing to worry about.
I love those just sweat-free ones.
Yeah.
How many did he hit for the whole game? I kind of stopped.
He had another one, but everybody's like, wow, Sam's so smart. I kept putting parlay stuff together and then putting it into Kennesaw State money line tonight. So I've now worked myself into a position where if the Kennesaw State Owls lose tonight, the whole hootie hoo thing dies. No one tweet me about the hootie hoos if they do not win tonight.
You're heavily invested in them.
I'm heavily invested. Yeah. I'm heavily invested into the Kennesaw State Owls tonight. Just money line.
You think you could reach out to Jerry Mack?
Like, I don't think Jerry Mack's doing a good job. I don't need to bother Jerry Mack. What I wish is that they could get another shot at like Wake Forest. They might be worthy of being the Group 5 playoff team, as far as I know. If they put them against South Florida, let's just see what happens. Although I guess South Florida choked against Memphis. Does Memphis have the inside track now?
I would guess, yeah.
Yeah. Memphis. They did lose to UAB, though.
Put them up against Memphis. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't know who had the top 25 track, inside track. That was a big choke job by South Florida on Saturday. We didn't really talk about it.
That was hard to watch.
Tulane is also in the mix.
That was pitiful. They were up 2 touchdowns and then celebrating and then just kind of gagged it away. They got complacent.
Yeah, Memphis is ranked 25th. I guess they're the first Group of 5 team ranked because everybody else ahead of them's in the power conferences.
Well, there you go.
Navy also right on their heels.
We'll talk some college football throughout the show. We'll dive into some NFL. We got to hit you with the power rankings. MySpace top 8. Didn't do it last week. Chiefs, Commanders, pretty boring game. Pretty boring game. We'll dive into it a little bit. We'll rank our teams. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Track's batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Chiefs dismantled the Commanders. No real surprise there. It was an ugly first quarter, or a wacky first quarter. Needed some clown music. As they just kept making mistakes and throwing interceptions and getting stopped on fourth downs.
What was that music from?
Circus.
Oh.
That
sounds fun.
Well, last night it was fun if you were a Chiefs fan as they continue to win. Poor Marcus Mariota, he tried. He played pretty okay, I thought. But teammates didn't really help him out, and the Chiefs are just too good. And, been saying it for the last couple weeks, but the Chiefs, now that they all of a sudden have a healthy Rashee Rice, and a reinstated Rashee Rice, and a healthy Xavier Worthy. And credit where it's due, I do think. I don't know if enough people are talking about it. A lot of people wrote him off last year as washed, ready to go be a pop star husband. But Travis Kelce came back into this season in better shape, skinnier, a little bit faster, and he's a weapon again.
I thought you was talking about Kareem Hunt.
One of the I don't know how much longer we'll get it. I don't know how much longer they'll give it to us. But, it still continues to be mind-boggling that you can get him pretty much every week at, 40 yards as his total, Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Last night with 99. I'm not expecting that every week, but he's going to get you 60 yards a week. One of the best bets right now in football. We'll see how long they give it to you, but.
Remember when the Chiefs were 0-2? Those were the days.
And also important probably to point out with Kelsey, it's not just him being a little bit faster and maybe having a bounce back year physically, and that's focused, not necessarily traveling around to concerts and doing all this stuff. It also helps when you do have wide receivers on the outside, when you actually have some threats at wide receiver. That makes the middle of the field look a lot more wide open. That lets him cook there. So I do think this Chiefs offense, I still think they need to trade for a running back. I kind of feel like that. I don't know, like Pacheco, he had a nice night last night, by his standards, 12 carries, 58 yards. It's a pretty good average, but ever since he hurt his leg last year, he hurt, or 2 years ago, he just hasn't necessarily been the same. I do think they'd be interesting if they went out and traded for a running back.
Yeah, they got Kareem Hunt.
Can we interest you in a Tony Pollard? Go out there and get you a Tony Pollard. Somebody can, catch some passes out of the backfield. Maybe a Tony Pollard would help put you over the edge, Kansas City. But nothing really to say about the Commanders other than feels like they are cooked. Feels like a team from hell type of season for them. Last year was a little bit of a fluke, or at least something that wasn't necessarily sustainable when they brought in all these older veterans and kind of got good that way. All of a sudden, those older veterans are now just old veterans that aren't quite as good. Then, of course, you throw Jaden Daniels' injury into the mix as well. They've lost 3 in a row. And, quite frankly, it's not going to get any easier. Sunday Night Football next week, they got the Seahawks. That's a good physical Seahawks team. And then the week after that, they got the Lions. Both at home, but Seahawks and Lions are 2 of the top 7 or 8 teams in the league. Not who you want to see on your schedule. Not who you want to see on your schedule when you're dealing with a losing streak. So, yeah, I kind of think the Commanders are done for when it comes to the playoffs. We'll see how they treat Jaden Daniels and his injury. But that's all I got for last night. Rashee Rice, explosive.
It would be interesting to see the Chiefs win on the road at some point. Seems like every game they get is in the confines of Arrowhead Stadium.
That is a fair critique. They have played, 8 games? And it does appear
they won at the New York Giants September 21st. That was a game they had to have.
It does appear out of their 8 games, they've only played 2 on the road. So, yeah, you are correct. But the good news is, Cody, they're about to get tested the next 2 weeks.
Yes, they are.
Or I guess next 2 games. They have a bye week. But Buffalo tonight.
Not tonight.
Excuse me. Buffalo this week. Thank you.
Crazy if they played tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Buffalo on Sunday, then a bye week, then they head to Denver. So 2 of the big threats in the AFC, Kansas City is about to take the show on the road.
Yeah, at Buffalo, that'll be fun. At Denver's going to be a lot of fun, too. Denver's a good quality football team.
Denver playing solid football themselves. So, yeah, the Chiefs have benefited from a home stands. But now Buffalo and Denver going on the road there. We'll see a little bit more what they're made of, but I am back thinking that Kansas City is the class of the AFC. I have been the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see what your rankings look like.
I was going to say let's pump the brakes, but hell, they're 5-1.
Sam, fire the music up.
That's 6.
Rankings. Go, Power. Rankings. Go, Power. Rankings. I need more power. Rankings.
All right, Cody, what you got? Give me your MySpace top 8. You can give me last week's too if you want.
Yeah, I don't know about last week's.
Okay.
I don't have anything prepared for last week. Number 8 this week, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. I like the way that they're playing. You mentioned them earlier. Right now, they get my cut at number 8. I believe in the Seahawks. Number 7. Let's see. Number 7, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
You see how this has devolved over time. First couple weeks, Cody would have his 8 typed out, ready to go, and now we're back to where
when you skip a week, it's hard to.
Now we're back.
It's hard to remember what I would have had. You know what I mean? Because it was a tough.
Remember what you would have. Is just rank them new this week.
Yeah,
that's typically what you do, anyways.
That's one way to do it, but. Number 6 and number 5, we're going to go with our horsey teams here. Number 6 is the Broncos, and number 5 is the Colts. Although you could say the Colts deserve to be higher, I want to group my horsey teams together. And so because of that, we're going to rank those right there together. And then, it's the class of the NFL after that. The top 4 would be the 4 teams that everyone expected to be there. The Patriots, the Bills, the Eagles, and the Lions.
Patriots, Bills, Eagles, and Lions?
No, I'm just kidding. The Patriots, I'm going to put them back at 8. But then
so you knock Seattle out?
No, Seattle's bumped up to 7. The Chiefs are 6. The Broncos and Colts are 5th and 4th. And then we're going Bills, Eagles, and Lions.
What's the rationale for having the Bills so high?
Did you see what they did to Carolina?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was Andy Dalton in Carolina.
I mean, did your team win 40-9 in the NFL?
Well, no, my team's not in the top 5.
Your team's not in the top 31.
Not this week. Not after the Jets win. Yeah, you're probably right there. But what's the rationale for the Bills over the Patriots?
The Bills have Josh Allen and the Patriots don't.
Patriots went into Buffalo and beat Josh Allen, though.
Yeah, that's cute. That's not going to happen very often.
Well, no, they only play once a year.
Even a blind mouse finds a piece of cheese every now and again.
They only play once a year in Buffalo, and they've already beaten them in Buffalo. They don't. Buffalo doesn't get a chance.
You think they're going to win in New England? Think they're going to beat them again?
I do.
Well, you're going to be wrong.
I do think there's one thing Mike Vrabel has shown he can do. It's coach when they're underdogs, but also he's had a pretty good career of slowing down Josh Allen. If you look at all the Josh Allen games against Mike Vrabel, I do think you saw that in Buffalo. My top 5. Here's my top 5. Drum roll, please.
Can I say one thing first?
Yeah, go
real
ahead.
Quick. I just want to say, other than the Buffalo win, you could say the Patriots have beaten the 5 worst teams in the NFL.
Okay.
Between Miami, Carolina, New Orleans, Tennessee, and Cleveland.
Yeah.
Not, explicitly the 5 worst teams, but 5 pretty terrible teams.
I think that's completely fair, but
they did beat Buffalo. Good win.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're saying excluding Buffalo, that diminishes their biggest win.
They also lost to the Raiders and the Steelers. So.
Week 1's a liar.
Week 3's not.
No, the Steelers lost. That's when the Patriots. Although, look, I think the Patriots are set up to be in contention for the 1 seed, which is crazy, but it does kind of feel that way when you look at their schedule.
I'm going to view the Bills game as an aberration.
Can you run me through and tell me the good teams Buffalo's beaten? Do you have that pulled up?
That doesn't necessarily matter.
Because it doesn't fit your narrative?
No, because we've seen Buffalo for 10 years be good.
Because Buffalo's beaten Baltimore in a fluky game, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Saints, and the Panthers, which you could also argue are 4 of the bottom 7 teams in the league.
Yeah, but we've seen the Bills be good for the entire time that Josh Allen's been there. Like, I think we can use previous year data points to make us feel like, okay, pretty sure Buffalo will figure this thing out more than the New England Patriots. I mean, what history do the New England Patriots have?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we got a long track record of that Patriots organization being pretty good too, no?
Yeah, with a different coach and a different quarterback and a different organization.
Mike Vrabel's got the Patriot DNA, though, brother.
Does he?
Yeah.
I didn't see him at the Capitol. Look, I think Buffalo, are you trying to paint a narrative here that the Patriots are better than the Bills? Because if that's what you're doing, I can't agree.
Did they not beat them head-to-head in Buffalo?
Does Josh Allen mean nothing to you?
Drake May might be playing just as good as Josh Allen.
Drake May. Come on.
This guy hasn't been watching NFL football.
I watch every game.
It's very clear he does it.
I watch every game. Drake May has been beaten up on bad teams.
So is Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's got a whole career
Except
of
Josh
success.
Allen scored 14 against the Falcons.
Josh Allen has a whole career of success. Drake May is a newcomer beating up on bad teams.
Let's just follow your logic. So why are the Chiefs not at the top of your list?
Why are the Chiefs not at the top of my list? Well, the Chiefs have lost multiple games.
But the championship DNA and proving that he's at the top of the game. I mean, can you not say the same things about Patrick Mahomes you're saying about Josh Allen?
Okay, well, if you want a straw man, a cherry pick, and gerrymander, then would you say that the Patriots are better than the Chiefs?
No.
Exactly.
But I think they're better than the Bills.
They're not.
They beat them head-to-head in Buffalo.
That's one game. It's one game that was kind of fluky at times, and you are such an overreactionary. Josh Allen has earned no goodwill with you. No,
Josh
grace,
Allen's great. It's not about Josh Allen.
It's
about their defense.
You just said Drake May's outplaying Josh Allen. Let's see a little more samples.
I said you could say Drake May has been just as good as Josh Allen.
How about some more data on year 2 Drake May against some teams not named New Orleans, Miami, Tennessee, Cleveland? I mean,
again,
give me a break now.
Buffalo's wins here.
Won't you give me a break?
Baltimore, Jets, Dolphins, Saints, Panthers.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. We've been watching Josh Allen play for, like a decade almost now. So,
okay. So again, I ask why not the benefit of the doubt for the Chiefs?
They do get the benefit of the doubt.
They're not even in your top 5.
They're the only 3.
They're the top 5 ranking. The Chiefs wouldn't even be ranked.
Can I speak? They're the only 3-loss team in my top 8. That's where they're getting the benefit of the doubt. And I probably would have ranked them higher, but I didn't have my list fully put together, and I had to find a spot for my horsey teams.
Oh, so you're admitting the Chiefs are underranked, and you'd have them higher?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, if we're talking who do I trust to be there at the end, yeah. But this is a week-to-week exercise. Why don't you maybe concentrate on your own damn list? There.
Number 5, the New England Patriots. Drake May has been balling out. Don't love it, but Mike Vrabel has the boys playing good, and also just the schedule they have is set up to, kind of continue them rolling. They get the Falcons this week. Do we know if Penix is going to be back?
Oh, another tough game for them.
Falcons team that beat the Bills, right? Right?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Well, no, Cody said, it's another tough game sarcastically, but that's a Falcons team that beat the Bills by 2 scores, right?
Oh, I didn't hear you.
You would.
What were
you
you
would
saying?
Say so.
You're mocking the Falcons as another tough game, but I was pointing out that they beat the Bills by 2 scores.
Okay.
Number 4, I got to bend the knee, Bubba. The Indianapolis Colts, they get the number 4 spot this week. Nay. How's the defense? Do Colts fans buy into the defense as legitimate, like as a top 10-ish unit, or what's the defense like? Because they're not really getting tested by some of these teams, and the offense has been such a juggernaut. I still have questions about the defense. So what are the vibes like?
Could be better. There's some guys that you think would play a little bit better that just haven't. And then also I think somebody in our chat pointed out too. But yeah, Zaire Franklin, not exactly commanding the defense like we thought he would. And then, we've given up a lot of yards to pretty good receivers. Like most of, we saw a couple weeks ago with Puka absolutely torching us. And
well, there's no shame in getting torched by Puka. I was a little worried whenever I saw Jacoby Brissett moving the ball against him so well. But there's a little bit of a backup comes in and game plan's a little different. You're playing safe, and he's just making some easy throws.
Well, I mean, we'll see how it is, I'm not going to say that the Steelers' offense is amazing or anything, but, I feel like this is a better week than previous weeks to really get tested against an experienced quarterback.
Beat the Broncos, played the Rams even, dominated the Chargers. That's good enough to get to the number 4 spot. We'll see what happens. They play at Pittsburgh on Sunday. I imagine Indiana Jones is going to throw for 300 yards and just move the ball against that Steelers secondary. Number 3, the Eagles. It's not pretty, but they just win. They keep winning enough. We'll see about A.J. Brown. as the trade deadline comes up. Devonta Smith looked really good last week. Jalen Hurts threw the ball down the field. Injuries, though, keep an eye on Saquon. Keep an eye on A.J. Brown. But if they have their defensive line healthy, at least with the big guys in the middle, they're still really, really, really good. And then my top two unchanged: Detroit Lions number 2, Kansas City Chiefs number 1. Collision course, Super Bowl coming at you in February.
We'll see. We'll see if Drake May and the Patriots have anything to say about that.
It's unknown. It's unknown, but just keep the same energy we talk about. Oh, we've seen it with years of data. When it comes to January, and all of a sudden you're picking Josh Allen to beat Patrick Mahomes.
Keep the same energy.
Keep it. As you'll be like, all of a sudden you'll be picking the Bills to beat them or the Ravens to beat them, even though like you've seen 10 years of the Chiefs.
Use another Gen Z phrase there.
Keep the same energy is millennial. It's millennial.
Let's keep the same
just
energy.
Because you hang out with Gen Zers all day doesn't mean that everything that gets said is Gen Z.
I'm not the
slang.
one using their language.
That's a millennial term, brother. Keep the same energy. It's
That's
been around
a millennial
for 12
term,
years.
Brother.
It's been
Do you
around
speak
for
in
12
anything
years.
but cliches?
Yeah.
You ever just speak in an original thought?
Yeah.
Just say something that, from the heart.
This guy's really mad. He didn't know the Bills lost by 10 points to the Falcons.
I watched the game.
This guy's really
What are you
upset
talking
about it.
I watch every game.
Sam, anything to add?
Bubba does.
Didn't the Falcons get embarrassed by the Panthers? They ran all over them.
Yeah. I don't have the Falcons ranked. I was just saying he was making fun of the Falcons. I said they beat his Bills. That's all I was saying. I don't think the Falcons are good.
Even a blind mouse finds a nut. They suck. The Falcons suck. I mean, I don't know what else we're talking about. Bad teams beat good teams sometimes.
Dominating them is a little surprising, though.
It's the NFL.
When those bad teams dominate teams, that's when it becomes a little bit of a head scratcher.
Every team's a top 32 team.
Sam, send us a break. We'll come back. Talk some Tennessee athletics. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronakville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronakville.com.
At Knoxville.
Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
Back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. We had our introductory press conference yesterday for Josh Elander. It's crazy to me how different he looks with this shaved beard. Like it, and then he takes the hat off and he has that hairline. The hairline that doesn't match the beard at all. What the hell's going on with Josh Elander? Handsome guy. I hope he doesn't grow the beard back. I hope he keeps it off.
Really?
Yeah. Keep the beard off. You disagree?
I kind of like the beard.
I don't like the beard at all.
You would like the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it off. He's got the Bryson DeChambeau going. He just needs to ride it out. The hair I was a little unsure of, but I kind of like it. It just didn't fit the personality of what I thought about Josh Elander. Everything that's been portrayed of him, the hair didn't match that. But I've enjoyed getting to see more of him and learn more about him and his personality. I hope he keeps the beard off. Introductory press conference. I will say I thought Danny White did a good job yesterday of righting some wrongs I thought he had last week. I understand emotions were high, and I even understand the business side of it, the PR side of it, of him coming out last week and not necessarily properly putting over the Tony Vitello era. I understood him not necessarily wanting to go out and praise it so much when he might not be wanting to continue the Tony Vitello era, right? You don't come out and talk about how great it's been and how great Tony is if you're not going to promote his right-hand man and a guy that says, and a guy gets a lot of credit for being a part of the blueprint building of that program. So I thought Danny was a little dismissive of Tony last week in his opening statements. You know, immediately started talking about the budget and how good the budget is in Knoxville. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I think it rubbed some other people the wrong way because Danny kind of rectified that yesterday in his opening remarks and really praised the Vitello era, wished Tony the best, praised him, complimented him, and then said, let's keep it rolling. Here's Josh Elander, which, all things considered, Cody, Sam, do you come out of this feeling good about Danny White? All the things that you were worried about last week as his approval rating started plummeting a bit. Sam, I think you said you'd be down to 30 if he didn't bring in Elander. Well, of course, now he's brought in Elander. Is all forgiven, Cody?
Well, I feel like if it weren't for all these people out there with their pitchforks, Danny White probably would have went and hired somebody else. I think he probably wanted to hire somebody else.
And that's based off what?
If it were just up to him, you know, to bring in his own guy. I think his ego, that's what he would have liked to do. But I think he realized that he couldn't do that because the support for Elander was just too much. You know, literally everyone you talk to associated with Tennessee baseball said Elander's the guy. So I think Danny White was basically forced to hire him.
Sam, do you concur?
I don't know if it's that, that cut and dry. I do feel like, maybe that they did go out there and interview some other candidates and stuff like that. But he talked about that leadership board or whatever for the baseball team and how much that kind of factored into the decision. And that totally checks out with how much player support Elander got on social media and, all the things that you've kind of heard over the years, even when Vitello was here, whenever he'd talk about how Elander's kind of the unsung hero over there and stuff like that. So I feel like all Danny needed to see was just the outpouring support from all the players. And that's the only thing that got me slightly upset with it, was just that it felt like it was such an obvious choice with all those players and former players that it just.
Well, and keeping it together too.
Yeah.
The guys you're bringing in. I mean, Elander's a big recruiting guy. So keeping your talent together was going to be vital.
Well, last week, Sam, when you were all fired up about it, I told you I thought this is where it was going to end up, that ultimately he's going to have the national search and he's going to say that he searched high and low and that the proper candidate was in the locker room. and that he heard it. He saw it firsthand when interviewing other people, and he saw it firsthand when talking to the players, and that Elander is going to check all the boxes. And would you agree that the PR boost you got over the weekend and yesterday? So like was it announced Sunday or Saturday? Saturday. When it was announced Saturday and the press conference on Monday, would you agree that it was a bigger shot to the arm, a jolt of positivity than it would have been had he just immediately promoted him on Wednesday after Vitello, accepted the Giants job? Because I feel like vibes are higher now than they would have been. Like I think it would have gotten lost and convoluted with Vitello leaving. That I think everybody would have came out okay. But I think people were legitimately happy and people are legitimately fired up now that, and Elander kind of said it himself. I thought Elander kind of crushed his press conference. Not the best, in terms of joke writing and delivery. I thought he tried to be funny a couple of times and it didn't land, but that's not his lane. But
I'm going to attempt a humorous quip here.
Yeah, like he started off like, "Hey, anything happened last week?" and it just kind of fell flat. And I felt bad for him.
Yeah, Tony Vitello left.
He was trying to show a little comedy. He's like, anything happened? And crickets. And I was like, oh, rough. But I thought he hit all the notes. Like he quoted Pat Summitt, which is obviously a layup here. Quote Pat Summitt. Make sure it's a badass quote. Make sure it's applicable. And you're going to, quote unquote, win the press conference. But
you say anything about Peyton Manning?
I don't think so. But he talked about Pat Summitt. And look, it was applicable. It wasn't a reach. It said, hey, there's a Pat Summitt quote I live by. I have it on my desk. I'm going to outwork you. I'm going to beat you because I'm going to outwork you. And it does feel like he's that type of coach and that type of recruiter. People always talk about his relentlessness and just his grind mentality. So that got me fired up. But also, Sam, I thought it was emotional in a good way when he said, look, the last couple of days, I'm not going to lie to you, the last week was scary. You wonder if you're going to get the power tee taken off of you, essentially. Like you're worried that you're not going to get to be with these guys and that you're not going to get to represent Tennessee. And it was scary. And it makes you appreciate it more when you get to be here one more day. And that's the type of stuff that I think you would have lost if you just made the promotion last week. So I was a sucker for the video on Saturday. I was a sucker for the press conference. I think the vibes are higher now than they would have been last week.
I mean, maybe they're higher, but I think they're higher because you had to create the chaos amongst the fan base. When I think
that's storyline writing, baby. That's how you do it.
I think with
you got to make you think the babyface is going to lose in wrestling every now and then. That way, when he kicks out at 2,
not everything's wrestling, John. At some point, I do think that it could have just been, hey, maybe I don't have the.
You got it right, buddy.
There's some of our standing that's not, like our fan base doesn't have the greatest standing with me right now. I could really just make them feel a whole lot more confident in my decisions. If, hey, Tony Vitello leaves and immediately it's like, we know that we've got the right guys in this building. We go with Josh Elander instead of just making a Twitter war for 3 days of, oh, what's this guy going to do if he goes outside of the family and gets somebody else?
He wanted that Coastal Carolina guy is what he wanted.
You don't think he could have got the Coastal Carolina coach? The guy
I do think he could have.
Okay, if he wanted him, why didn't he get him?
Because he knew he couldn't do it.
What do you mean he knew he couldn't do it? They're not going to fire Danny White over a baseball hire.
He knew he had to go with Elander, or else his approval rating would be below 50.
It's funny how the conspiracy theorists try to.
I mean, that's
how the conspiracy theorists try to twist and turn to just not look foolish. Oh, Danny's going to clear out all of Tony's guys. He's washing everybody out. He's sick of the Vitello era.
Everyone was freaking out.
Just watch. He's going to get rid of everybody. This was a coup by Danny White. Just wait and see. Oh, wait, he promoted Elander and everybody's staying? Oh, okay. Well, never mind. He wanted the Coastal Carolina coach. We couldn't get him. We pay our coach $3 million. We got a $3 million check cut to us, but we couldn't get Coastal Carolina's coach who makes under $400,000. Yeah, that's
what check comes first in the mail for you? Is it Tim Banks or the Danny White check? Which one comes first every month?
Do you guys not just get tired of all the conspiracies and just all the complaining and just does it not get tiresome? Or is everyone chasing the feeling of the Schiano Sunday or the Butch Jones ousting? Is that what we're all chasing here?
Did you not say the same thing last week? Were you not
saying that Danny wanted to get rid of the Vitello era? No, I didn't.
You didn't
say that.
mention. I'm pretty sure you mentioned that.
Sam, please help me here, Sam. I said from the whole entire time he's hiring Elander. Don't shake your head yes, because people can't see you on the camera. Say it. Say John told me the whole time. I told the audience the whole time.
John has a gun to my head behind the glass. Yes, he told me.
It's okay, Sam. Your check's in the mail.
I said the entire time he's going to hire Elander. I said that the entire time.
I'll give you a cut of that Tim Banks money. Don't worry. So
the entire time I said this ends with him announcing Josh Elander.
Well,
and I pretty much had the press conference. I pretty much had the press release verbatim, too, of everything he was going to say.
Maybe it was Basilio.
Yeah, it was Basilio and Russell, and then Russell and Bob backed down whenever Rick Barnes yelled at him. Rick Barnes chastised him, and it's like, everyone needs to chill out on Danny. He's doing the best he can. He's great. No, I said from the entire jump, this ends with him hiring Elander.
Well, I couldn't remember. Some guy on the radio was talking about it, and I thought it was you.
No.
Must have been Tony.
No, I said Elander the entire time.
Yeah.
And I do think, Sam, that you learned that, I don't know how much the yelling at Danny on Twitter mattered. I do think he's sensitive to that stuff. I do think he's aware of that stuff. But I also just think that from a PR standpoint, you take your time, you make it look like it's not handed to the guy, that he earned it. You get to do the video. You get to have the celebration. I do think, like I said, the vibes were higher the way it played out. You didn't lose any recruits over it. Me personally, I was much more fired up to keep Elander than I would have been. Like I think if you announce it immediately on Wednesday, the story is still Tony Vitello's gone. You know what I mean? Like that's still the 1A story. Like Elander's your coach, but like it's still like, hey, Tony's gone. I think doing it on Monday and giving it a couple of days to breathe, or doing it on Saturday/Monday. Yesterday felt more about Elander than it did like, hey, Tony's leaving. And I know they're still connected, but I do think it had enough time to breathe there.
I like seeing it go the other way of the people that are now trying to convince themselves that Elander's a better coach than Tony. I like that part of it. It's like, well, actually, they say Elander's more of the baseball mind over there. Tony was just kind of there to be the face of the program.
I will say Tony's done a good job of kind of saying that himself, though. Like Tony's given Elander a whole bunch of credit at every turn, and I do think there's a reason. I do think there's a reason why it was so important to Vitello every offseason to keep the band together, to like get the money, not just for himself, but like for his assistant coaches. Now, do I think he's better than Tony? Do I think we're going to have the same success? No, but I also don't think it's going to crater and fall apart without him.
I got to say, watching the Dodgers last night, I'm like, a little bit of it was like, why is Tony signing up for this? Like, and not just the Dodgers. Like, the Dodgers are obviously killing everybody, but the Padres too. I mean,
yeah,
they're in the playoffs every year.
Yeah, no, it's
like, that's going to be that's a tough job for Tony.
Competitor, man, wants to be at the top of the sport. Probably wants to live in San Francisco and try that too. He said it was a selfish decision. We'll see how it works out. I'm rooting for him. We'll see.
I'm rooting for him too. I want him to be successful so he doesn't come back to the college game.
Yep. Everyone's focused on that. Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Where do you think Cameron Brink ranks in Los Angeles beauties?
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Me and Miles were discussing this over the weekend. I said she's an LA 6.
Oh, no. A big tall girl like that with long legs?
Yeah.
She's basically young Cameron Diaz. Young Cameron Diaz is no 6.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
You think she's young Cameron Diaz?
Yeah, they look a lot. They look similar. Let's pull them up next to each other. They got similar looks.
100%.
I'm not saying Cameron Brink is as hot as Cameron Diaz, but Cameron Diaz in the mid-'90s was about the top of the line, Jack. I want you to go Google The Mask Cameron Diaz, okay? And just let me know what you think.
I'm 1340 WKGN.
Maybe big and tall is not my thing.
I'd say your closet begs to differ.
That's pretty good. That's good. That's the line of the day so far. I've always just really hoped for a big and big store. I really don't need the tall.
Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Dispatch of headlines. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, trivia. Sam says he needs 2 categories. So if you're listening, freaks, it's time to step up to the table, step up to the plate, and help the show. Sam needs 2 categories, of course, 5 questions each. 1 through 5 on point value. You know how the trivia works. Email it to him, Sam Davis Beard. He's asked me to get you guys to help him outsource this. So step up to the plate and help the show.
Much appreciated.
Sam, do you have a preference on category in terms of like you want like pop culture, sports, just to kind of balance it out?
Yeah, probably like what you said there, pop culture and history. That'd be good. Maybe like a science, something like that.
Fun.
Yeah.
No science. But the Hour 2 headlines brought to you by Josh Travis of Foundation Mortgage, a freak, a VFL. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he will help you keep the process simple every step of the way. If you're thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start, I'm telling you where to start. MortgageBrokerJosh.com. That's where you should start, or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311. Hour 2 headlines. Cody McClure, Collision Course, right now.
Oh, thanks, John. Tony Vitello commented yesterday, sharing his excitement for the Josh Elander era of Tennessee baseball to begin. What a great day for Vol Nation. The fans in 2021 were the biggest spark maybe in the history of the program, he says. But what was going on behind the scenes was even more important. Coach Elander was a massive part of that and is the very best guy to lead and keep stacking those bricks. He's the type of person that Vol Nation, the administrators, and the players deserve. Fired up for all the above.
I do think that's part of my big excitement. Like it would have sucked to just have lost the Tony Vitello era, and I do think you would have had former players kind of turn their back on the program. I do think you'd have had Tony Vitello kind of distance himself from the program. Now that you have Elander in charge, I think all of that continues. Like, I don't know if that leads to, Vitello making a game. With spring training, I don't imagine that happens. I don't imagine he'll be in Lindsey Nelson Stadium for a game by any means, because it'll coincide with the Giants season too closely. But, whenever he said his goodbye, he's like, maybe next year I'll be in a football game. Check out Thompson-Boling Arena at Food City Center for because they usually announce that, right, Sam? They announce the baseball team. They have like the baseball team, and they'll have the coach do something, right, during basketball season. They'll have them come out and be like, hey, everybody, welcome your baseball team, and everyone cheers. I could see maybe them doing that and Tony being in attendance for that. Maybe.
If Tony's in attendance for a football game, things probably not going well in terms of the Giants being in the postseason.
I mean, as long as he's not in the World Series, he could be at the Oklahoma game next year, a late October, early November game.
I think they should bring Elander out for the Oklahoma game.
They might do it there. So, like I said, basketball game, they might do it there. They might be like, hey, well, I would imagine they do, actually.
I think that would get people real fired up.
Like introducing your new head coach.
Yeah.
I imagine they do, Sam. But I feel like they usually do it at basketball games, too.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that, where they they bring the team out on the court at half or something.
Yeah.
You think there's any old folks that attend the football games that don't know about Tony leaving yet? That they could bring Josh Elander out at the Oklahoma game, and they'll be like, "Well, what happened to Tony?"
Yeah, there's plenty of guys.
Where's Tony?
Yeah, I think there's plenty of guys that still don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Now, whether
Tony
or not
left.
they'd be now, I'm talking more about like Tennessee fans that maybe aren't even at the ones that don't come to games really. Now, the ones that'll be like at Oklahoma, I'd say they're plugged in enough. But there's definitely some good old boys down home that haven't heard the news yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be getting to Facebook pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'd say that Tony's
We do a great job of getting it to Facebook. Give us a like. Follow us, Fox Sports Knoxville. Our Facebook presence is very good. You'll be up to date on all the news.
Have you seen all this stuff coming out about Brian Kelly now that he's out? Everybody's just telling their worst stories about Brian Kelly and what a jerk he is.
The only thing I've seen so far is that he, like they said, he played 100 rounds of golf over the last 4 years. Or was it 400 rounds of golf was the accusation? Basically 100 rounds a year, which I don't really have an issue with. But what else have you heard? What else is good?
Well, somebody also, I saw they put out a picture of him yesterday at a local restaurant in Baton Rouge.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Which I love that. He's just sitting by himself. Just eating lunch.
The tweet I saw said he ordered the extra queso and didn't even blink.
Yeah,
after the money hits that bank account, he's got money to blow now.
There's a guy that put
out.
It is
weird that he's eating like a Mexican restaurant in town, though, right? Like, do you not leave town on principle for like a week or so at least?
I don't know. I mean,
maybe not.
I mean, when you got a house there, like, what are you supposed to do? Just
you got money, man. Go on
take a vacation.
Yeah, I'm immediately like leaving town, going somewhere. Like, do you not have like a lake house or something you can go to? Like, do you not have any friends that have? I don't know. Maybe now's not the
Brian
best.
Kelly seem like a guy who has friends to you?
Everyone's got some friends.
Not everyone.
He's got somebody in his life, surely. Well, everyone who's at least got some money's got some friends. He's not Scrooge McDuck over here. He's going to be out. Somebody would be willing to like go somewhere with him with all the money he has, surely.
So at least he read that menu in 3 different dialects.
Does he have a wife? Like, he's married, right?
Give me the chimichanga.
How does the wife not just be like, "Hey, let's get out of here. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to the beach right quick."
Well, someone
maybe he's prepping for a game day visit like James Franklin did. I don't think something tells me they're not going to give Brian Kelly the same red carpet they gave James Franklin to come pitch himself for a new job.
Someone recounted a story about how when Brian Kelly accepted the LSU job, he was at a recruit's house, and it says that he just took down several plates of barbecue off the kid's parents before he left. It said, there's a quote from the story that said, he came back in, sat down, and acted like it was nothing. Merriweather said at a phone call, he was cool as a cucumber. About those burnt ends, though, Kelly had about 3 servings, said the recruit's father. That's why the Merriweathers were shocked just minutes after when Kelly and his assistants left the house at 5 p.m. and they saw reports that he was headed to LSU. So I guess he took a phone call while he was at this recruit's house eating barbecue.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Kirby Smart was asked about comedian Nate Bargatze using Game Day to pitch the 5-star Georgia quarterback commit Jared Curtis to consider Vanderbilt. Kirby said, we recruit the best job we can and sell what we have. Trust them for what they tell us and not get into gimmicks and propaganda. So Kirby confident in him and his staff's pitch that his recruits will not give in to gimmicks and propaganda.
I'd be pretty annoyed if I was Kirby at like a comedian up there making some big plea to recruit on ESPN. That'd be a little annoying, but like, if that's the difference, if that 5-star quarterback is like, I was going to go to Georgia until Nate Bargatze told me not to, and then you probably don't want him anyway.
Speaking of Vanderbilt and comedians, it looks like things may be heating up between Theo Vaughn and Diego Pavia's mom after they showed up together on Shannon Sharp's show. How about that?
Yeah, I wonder if Diego Pavia still thinks it's funny. Probably because he likes attention, but like I do wonder. I'd be like, hey, mom, like, hold on, what are we doing here?
Especially once his career ends, and then maybe Theo Vaughn just like actually wants to date his mom. It's like I don't have the spotlight, and
yeah, all of a sudden he's not getting the attention from it. He's just getting Theo Vaughn having sex with his mom. He's got Theo Vaughn as a stepdad. All of a sudden, it's not as funny when he shows up for Christmas. Not as funny then, is it?
Cincinnati wide receiver Jamar Chase was asked if being a leader of the team, as a leader of the team, does he need to help the defense find leaders of their own? To which Jamar Chase said, that ain't my job. I play offense, not defense.
Thoughts on that?
Sam, thoughts?
Sorry, I was
asking anybody. I was asking you too, like because it feels like
doesn't sound like something a good leader would say.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like on one hand, if I'm Jamar Chase, like, hey, I don't want to be the leader of the team. Like that's what Joe Burrow's job is. That's what the quarterback's job is. It's what your Trey Hendrickson or whoever on defense is. Like I'm here just to catch passes.
I'm out here to wear my bling and catch passes.
Like on one hand, I don't think everybody has to be a leader, especially when it comes to the rah leader stuff. I kind of get that, but I do feel like it's one of those things that you probably just don't say to the media. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you might think it, but you don't say it.
Yeah, Jamar Chase said it ain't his job to find leaders on the defense. He said, I play offense.
Although at the same time, I'd be pretty annoyed if I was Jamar Chase as well, because you are trying to do everything you can. The offense is scoring enough points, and the defense just can't help you out. That would get pretty tiresome.
At some point, you are just wasting away prime years of your career,
Wasting away how? Like in terms of winning championships? Because, I mean, the stats are still good.
Well, yeah.
And he's still getting paid. So, like, I don't know what his goal is. I mean, he went to a Super Bowl, so you can at least say he played in a Super Bowl. They choked it away, but
I would imagine still at this point in his career, that's still a goal for him,
Yeah.
It still feels like somewhat attainable. It's not like he's over the hump himself physically, or he's got a quarterback, obviously, that he feels good about. He's just like, man, this defense sucks.
Yeah. Would be annoying, but again, you kind of knew what you were getting yourself into.
Taylor Sheridan is leaving Paramount for Universal, TV's top creator, they call him. has just closed a massive deal with a rival for when his commitments with Paramount are up.
Where is Universal? Where is that?
Where is Universal? I mean, Universal is everywhere.
What streaming service is that? Like what company?
It's Universal. It's all over.
Well, then he'd still be with Paramount if that was the case, but he's not. He left them. So is that on? It wouldn't be Peacock.
I'm going to say HBO because I think Universal is with Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And I think Warner Brothers stuff's on HBO.
Okay.
That's without any research, though.
Yeah, that makes me nervous, but you might be right. Although, no, I think it's NBC. So is that Peacock?
I'm seeing Peacock.
Yeah, Universal is NBC.
Oh, now you're going to come in and say it. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, I know right where it's at there in Burbank. I've seen it. It's right by the Comcast building, NBC.
So he's going to start making movies for Universal. Okay. Any other headlines?
He's leaving Paramount. Landman.
Oh no.
Landman's coming up soon.
Oh, God, no.
I know you're too good to watch it, but
oh no,
it's a fun show. Lane Kiffin promises that money will not impact his decision-making in life.
I do think there's truth to that because I think he's going to make a lot of money wherever he goes, right? Like it's not like LSU is going to pay him something or Florida's going to pay him something that Ole Miss won't pay him, right?
Yeah, he says, I've never made a decision based off money, nor will I. I've seen too many examples in life where money does not buy happiness, so I'm never going to make a decision off of money, nor do I care about it. Jimmy Sexton gets really mad when I say that.
Now, it is easy to say now that he's rich. Like, hey, I don't need money, so I don't have to make a decision off money. But also, like, again, it's not like he's going to have to choose between Ole Miss for peanuts or going somewhere else for grapes. Like he's going to get paid the same thing no matter where he's at, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is going to come down to just fit or just about what his professional desires are, because it could be not about money. It could be about, hey, I can win a national championship at LSU. I really want to win a national championship, and life will be much easier at LSU than it would be Ole Miss.
And in other news, Colton Hood has an injury.
We'll dive into that after the break. Josh Heupel, he had a press conference yesterday, too, after Elanders. Not shocking. He didn't really say much of anything. But coming out of yesterday, there were some new talking points for Tennessee football. We'll dive into that after the break. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Citizens National Bank. Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. And I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
In the secondary, a secondary that desperately needed him. But apparently, Cody is going to be up in the air for this weekend. I saw Austin Price. He kept getting asked about it, and he said that he is hearing that it is a pulled muscle in the calf, and that he is rehabbing, and that they anticipate the rehab is going well. And they anticipate him trying to play on Saturday. I personally, and it's no flame to Austin, but I personally just find it to be the worst type of injury. Whenever I hear calf, my mind goes to slowing down and making sure you're healthy. Maybe that's the NBA fan in me watching all those guys tear their Achilles after strained calves. But I feel like there's been too much of that if you're Colton Hood to go out there and risk it, especially while you are projected to be a first-round pick. Personally, and the season still hopefully has 5, 6, 7 games left this year, I think you would be smart to maybe sit out, and that would give you an extra 3 weeks to rest, theoretically.
You said it's up in the air?
Up in the air.
Well, I'll tell you what else is going to be up in the air, and that's going to be all the footballs being thrown on our secondary.
Yeah.
And those are going to be up in the air, too, because if we ain't got Colton Hood out there, we're in big trouble.
We're already in trouble in the secondary.
Yeah, I know.
But, your big trouble is right. It gets worse. You can't afford to lose another corner, especially your best corner. I mean, you could accuse me of carrying water for Tim Banks or whatever, but I don't think there's really any defensive coordinators that would be able to survive losing cornerback 1, cornerback 2, and cornerback 3 and be expected to go out there and piece it together.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I mean, if he doesn't play, you just got to hope for the best. And then, like you said, though, you get 3 weeks before Florida, which sucks, by the way, that we're going to have to wait 3 weeks on a meaningful football game.
I mean, because what you got
Oklahoma to the bye week.
You got the rest of this week, which is, basically we'll call it a half week, whatever. And then, you got all of a bye week.
Yeah.
And then all of New Mexico. So, 3 weeks.
I hate the way the schedule's playing out. I mean,
I'm fine with it because I'm excited for big November games. And it could be beneficial if guys actually get healthy. I keep waiting for these reinforcements, but it seems like we're getting more injured like a normal football team does, and not necessarily getting the reinforcements back like I hoped, with McCoy and now you're losing Carter and you're maybe losing Hood and McCoy's not back, and it's just like, man.
What's the deal with Carter? He's going to be all right, right?
I mean, he's just dealing with double turf toe.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all been there.
He didn't play last week against Kentucky. I imagine he'll be on the injury report as questionable again for Oklahoma. Now, I would be surprised if he didn't play this week. I think you probably saw that you could beat Kentucky without him, but if you're Carter, you probably can't afford to sit out this game, especially if Hood's going to be out as well. Like, you got to have anybody that's able to go out there and play, you kind of got to put them out there to play.
I guess we're just going to have to keep outscoring everybody. I mean, if the defense can't play, then they can't play, and you're going to have to win games with your offense here in the month of November.
Sam, the news about Colton Hood made you feel what?
I would say worried, to say the least. Yeah, they're just, like you said, losing your top three corners. Not a great recipe for success. I would say, like, the only silver lining that I'm getting from this is that I don't think Oklahoma has that many good receivers either. Like, I think you saw even in the early parts of the season when we were all kind of crowning John Mateer, including myself, like, it felt like it was a lot of just off the heels of plays that he was making, not just great playmakers. And so I do think that you got to hope that your D-line can get home and you can cause some pressure to Mateer. And, I think he has been pretty susceptible to some errant and inaccurate passes and stuff like that. So I think you just got to rely on your defensive line even more in a game like this, especially if Hood's down.
If Hood's down, I mean, like, you just don't really have any answers, right? Outside, I don't know what you would even do there because, again, the secondary, again, is already in trouble. It's led. What do? Do you sit back and play zone? Because that doesn't work because then you get picked apart. You could say you maybe dial up pressure, but then you got guys on an island, playing man coverage on the outside. None of your corners would be left to be good enough to be playing man defense. Like, I don't know what the answer would be. And if I'm Tim Banks, I don't know if there is an answer other than, like what Cody said, hope the offense goes out and scores 40.
Hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're putting a lot of pressure on your offense. I'd be sending pressure personally. I just think that's the strength of this team, obviously, is creating negatives, getting sacks, getting TFLs, creating turnovers. Like, you just got to – I think you got to press your luck with that there and hope that you can just not, have enough backbreaking plays on an island on the outside.
Well, that's the only thing this defense is good at is, creating those plays like that. The pass rush, the sacks, the TFLs, the turnovers, try to do that. And just, your secondary will be what it'll be. Like you said, Oklahoma doesn't have a lot of playmakers, but they do have the one guy, Satania.
Yeah, big track star.
And he's fifth in the SEC in receiving right now. So he's having a good year. He's got 624 yards. Do you know we got three guys in the top seven receivers?
Yeah.
In the SEC?
Yeah.
Brazel, Staley, Matthews, all top seven.
Joey has done an absolutely phenomenal job of spreading the wealth.
We're the only team with three top seven SEC receivers, as you might imagine.
He spreads the wealth. At times it felt like Brazel, was the main guy and that Brazel was just kind of getting spammed. But I feel like that was kind of just the Georgia game with the big plays. Otherwise, it's been pretty well distributed, I would say. You guys, especially Cody, you've been really mad at the defense.
I'm not mad.
You've been down on the defense.
I just don't think it's any good.
Call them bums, they suck, all that stuff.
Right.
What do you find to be more frustrating? What would be more frustrating? Is it the long 90-yard drives that like Alabama went on where it's, 9, 10 plays, third down conversions? Or is it the busted plays that like Kentucky had where it's, hey, a screen pass gets taken for a long touchdown? Which one? You could say both, obviously. I understand that. But like which one bothers you more?
Yeah, I mean, it's all frustrating, but I do think that I can forgive the occasional big play. I think what's more frustrating is the constant just getting diced up yard by yard. I think that's more frustrating than the big play.
Bubba, do you concur that it's the big play that you can live with? It's the long sustained drives where you just can't get off the field. You're giving up multiple third downs. Which part of the defense annoys you more?
The middle.
What does that mean?
Anything, our linebackers basically.
Oh, just passes over the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So that'd probably side more with Cody of getting diced up, right?
Sure.
Because I feel like most of the big plays we've given up have been on the outside versus just straight up the gut. So you probably side more with the long, sustained drives. Sam,
welcome to my cave of frustration.
I might go with the big plays because I feel like in those big plays, that's just where I see like the worst missed tackles where it's like, hey, this could have been a 8-yard gain instead of a 35-yard gain or something like that. I just feel like that's where you kind of see those fundamentals really lack.
If only we had safeties on the field. Right.
I personally hate the long drives too. Now, look, I understand the rationale behind them. Like that's like, hey, we'll try to get you into the red zone. We'll try to stop you. Now, they've been really bad at getting stops in the red zone. But also, like, I do think if I am a opportunistic defense, I do think the more plays you run, the better chance we have of forcing a turnover or creating some havoc. And they've been really good at that.
It's the big plays on third down that hurts. But, I mean, the answer is both.
Well, sure. Yeah. I mean, of course, we all want to live in a world where our defense gets a stop every time.
Stifling.
Sure. We all want to live in that world. That's not going to happen if you're going to have an offense that plays the way we do. It just doesn't really work that way. But I do think it answers Tim Banks' question this week. Even if Colton Hood's playing, like we have to have an understanding of what our mentality is going to be in terms of long sustained drives, or we're going to be a little bit more aggressive, send pressure, and we might give up some big plays down the field. Touchdown drive's a touchdown drive at the end of the day, whether it takes 12, 14 plays in 5 minutes and they go 90 yards or they go 2 plays, 90 yards for a touchdown. Touchdown's touchdown. But I do think we have been mostly focused on trying to keep things in front of us, make them run extra plays, give up third downs, hope you can create a couple of negative plays to stop a drive. I ran the numbers, not that you're probably interested in it. But after the last 2 games, we went from 26% of stopping touchdown drives when the score's within 2 scores to 30%. I still think that's an acceptable number. 60 drives against Power 4 opponents with the score within 2 scores. You've gotten stops 30% of the time on punts, 51.6% of the time punts or turnovers. I still think that's good enough in most of these situations.
It feels like propaganda. I'm not accusing you of that. I'm just saying, like, the defense it doesn't pass the eye test.
And that's fine. And I'm not going to say that it's fun to watch us get gashed whenever it's garbage time. Like I told you, I had Arkansas, I had Tennessee minus 5.5. I did not want to see us give up a touchdown, only up 10 points with 4 minutes left. I didn't want to see that. But I'm talking about if the goal is simply to win games, not eye tests, not beauty pageants, not statistical box scores. If the goal is to win games, I think the defense has been good enough in every game to give you a chance to win. And I maintain that. And again, Kentucky had 7 drives within 2 scores. They scored twice. They punted 3 times. Tennessee scored 1 touchdown and set up another one at the 5-yard line. Like, to me, that's a good performance. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get caught up in what happens when they're down 3 scores or more.
I think it's hard to say that for Georgia. Like, I give you, the other games, if you want to to say that. Like, I mean, Arkansas was, you know, you let that one get a little too close, but like your defense made plays for you against Mississippi State for sure. Arkansas was never really truly in doubt, and then Kentucky.
I disagree that Arkansas was never in doubt. I think.
Well,
Arkansas,
I mean, never truly in doubt by the time you're up 34-17.
No, but
is what I mean.
I think Arkansas was 100% in doubt in the third quarter when your offense came out of halftime and only scored a field goal, and then had a couple drives where they did absolutely nothing with it, and your defense had to get 3 stops in a row. Like I think Arkansas was 100% in doubt at that point.
Well, I'm talking about when it was 34-17, but
right. But when it was 20, they came out. Tennessee went out and got a field goal. Their next 2 drives after that, -2 yards punt, 4 yards punt, as the defense has to hold on to a 20-17 lead. I think the game was in doubt at that point in the third quarter, but at that point, your defense came up with a turnover on downs, a punt, and a turnover that sets you up for a touchdown. I think the defense deserves a lot of credit for how they kept you in the game and kept you in the lead in the third quarter of the Arkansas game.
They did a good job in the third quarter.
No one talks about that, though, because they gave up 2 scores when they were up 17 and 10 points. That's my main point.
Right. My point before that was that I think it's hard to say that your defense, when you give up 44 points to Georgia, like when you're in a shootout, that's not really your defense putting you in position to win. Now, I understand they made some plays. They made big plays and big moments that you could say, well, if the offense had just done their job then they would have won. But the offense had to keep scoring those points because the defense kept allowing those points too. So,
that's completely fair. And look, I'm not going to sit up here and act like the defense played good against Georgia by any means, because again, they did give up 38 points in regulation there. That's not good enough. They had a chance to close the game out with an 8-point lead, and they couldn't do it. But I also say that they forced a turnover that puts you in position to go up 2 scores. You didn't do it. And also, I look at the second and third quarter. I think people just completely forget the second and third quarter against Georgia. Tennessee had a 21-7 lead. Georgia went down. They made it 21-14. Tennessee's offense at that point went completely in the mud. They stopped. They stopped playing. They stopped succeeding. Here's what Tennessee did after going up 21-14. 5 plays, 14 yards, punt. 5 plays, 25 yards, punt. 3 plays, 6 yards, turnover. 3 plays, -1 yards, punt. 4 plays, 13 yards, turnover. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drives where they didn't run more than 5 plays. They didn't get more than 25 yards. They didn't get a score, and they turned the ball over twice.
But in that same time
and during
frame,
that stretch, the defense went 5 plays, 20 yards, punt. 14 plays, 88 yards, field goal. 5 plays, 20 yards, interception. 14 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. That's coming out of half. Georgia came out and took the lead. 3 plays, 3 yards, punt. 4 plays, 7 yards, field goal. 8 plays, 69 yards, field goal. 6 plays, 9 yards, turnover. I'm sorry. If you tell me that your defense is going to have that stretch against Georgia, again, punt, field goal, interception, touchdown, punt, field goal, turnover. That's 7 drives where field goal is the best you got. 9 drives, they get 2 touchdowns. That's fine. But 7 of those drives, they're getting a field goal at best. They turn the ball over. And to me, that's good enough to give this offense a chance. Now, the offense came alive in the fourth quarter. You got the lead back. I get that. I'm just saying, you can't look at me and tell me the defense didn't do their job against Georgia overall. It got ugly at times.
No, I mean they didn't. I mean for a stretch they did. Yes, for those
they kept the offense afloat
for those drives in the third quarter. You're pointing out. Yes, they did a good job, but they allowed 44 points at the end of the game. I mean, the total on the scoreboard at the end of the day was 44 for Georgia. That's too much.
Again. Okay, what would you say about the offense then? Did the offense do their job the last 3 quarters of the game?
The offense did enough by scoring 41 for the game.
17 points from the second, third, and fourth quarter. That's good enough?
I mean, the defense. You point out that in the defense's good stretch, what you consider their good stretch in the game, they still gave up 3 scores.
Yeah,
Did they not?
Field goals. Okay, yeah,
well,
sure.
3 field goals and a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? 16 points, and that's their good stretch. They gave up 16 points.
Four plays, 7 yards, field goal. Yeah, great field goal drive by the defense. They got gashed on that as Joey Aguilar put them there.
That's fine. There's going to be
a turnover that set Tennessee up to go up 2 scores and win the game. Also, should be taken into consideration.
Every drive is its own story.
Sure,
that's why we look at a 60-minute football game.
Sure, I agree.
But at the end of the game, yes, the defense gave way too much to Georgia, and they allowed it at critical times on third downs, on fourth down. I mean, for God's sake, that play that Stockton hit on fourth down. Yep. I mean, you could say that lost you the game if you just want to.
Well, you can't because the missed field goal, the offense not being able to score.
Okay, that's what you want to blame it on. I mean, there's different things you can point to throughout a football game that.
Right.
I think if
that's
the defense.
That's been my point the entire time. Is that it only gets pointed at the
I
defense.
just think carrying water for the defense in the Georgia game is crazy to me.
It's not carrying water. It's just pointing out the offense disappeared in the second and third quarter.
And the defense was still allowing points while that happened. And that's how Georgia took the lead.
Sure. When you're on the field, again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had a 2-touchdown lead.
So it doesn't matter that the offense didn't have a drive longer than 5 plays.
The offense.
That the defense was on the field because the offense couldn't be on the field longer than a minute and a half for 5 straight drives. That doesn't matter to you?
Yeah, it matters, but the offense put up 38 points, which should be enough to win a game in regulation.
Sure. Again, I'm not.
Any other team in the conference not named Arkansas, 38 points would have been enough to win the game in regulation.
I think whenever you look at points given up, I think you should take into account that Tennessee turned the ball over twice. And again, didn't have a successful drive from the second quarter until the last minute of the third quarter.
I mean, no offense is going to be perfect.
No defense is going to be perfect.
Nobody's asking for perfection.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
I don't know how you watch that team and think that defense is I don't understand it.
I think the defense has given you a chance to win every game. That's it. They've made plays to give you a chance to keep you in the game against Georgia, and they set you up to win the game against Georgia.
Well, you're acting like our offense is a liability for this team.
I think the offense was a liability against Mississippi State and against Arkansas. I do think that.
Against Mississippi State at times, yeah.
I think the defense
slowed down a little. That's the only time it's slowed down all year, really.
The defense outplayed the offense against Mississippi State and Arkansas. 100%. 100%.
No, not Arkansas.
Yes, they did.
No.
Yes, they did.
No.
Yes, they did.
You could say it was complimentary football in the third quarter, but the offense scored points too. I mean, I don't know why you would think that the defense outplayed the offense. The defense gave up 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
Because they're up 17 points when they give up those points. I don't care about those points.
Okay, so that time just doesn't matter?
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
And then the scoreboard is 34-31.
It doesn't matter.
Did it matter at that point?
The only time
did it matter after the second one?
The only time it matters is if you're gambling.
Did it matter after the second one when it's 34-31? And if the offense wasn't able to convert a first down would it matter then?
If the offense would have failed to do their job again, that drive would have mattered.
Okay, so that'd be on the offense again.
Does the offense not get any blame for the fourth quarter?
34 points is not enough.
How many points? How many points did the offense score in the fourth quarter?
They had 34 going into the fourth. I mean, they got conservative, sure.
Does the offense get to take a break in the fourth quarter?
No, but I mean, if you have a defense, you've got the game in hand. You can lay on the ball and take the air out of the ball. That's what Kirby Smart does.
Okay, so the offense can lay on the ball. Well,
that's what Georgia does. Kirby Smart's made a whole career off of it. 34 points should be enough.
Does Georgia give the ball back to teams, or do they pick up first downs and run the clock?
Well, it depends. They field a defense, so it doesn't always.
No, you said they takes the air of the ball.
It's
runs
not
the ball.
Black and white. It doesn't.
It's not.
It's not going to be one or the other every time. Like
I concur. I agree. We're saying the same things.
I don't think we are. I think everybody else watches us play defense and can tell that ain't a good defense.
And that's fun. And I'll keep saying that they've had you in position to win every game.
I mean, if you want to spin it that way, like I see, I can see what you're saying. It's just that like you're refusing to look at the other side of it too. I feel like
no, I'm not. The defense needs to be better. The defense needs to be better. The defense did not hold up in the fourth quarter against Alabama. It didn't hold up in the fourth quarter against Georgia. I can see the other side of it. I think the offense hasn't done their job in those times either. I don't think the offense did their job against Alabama. I don't think the offense did their job for a good portion of the game against Arkansas or against Mississippi State.
I mean, you got the number one quarterback in the SEC.
That's fine.
In
guys
conference
can look
play.
you guys can look at box scores and just give me stats all the time. That's fine. Do you think
It's
Joey
not
Aguilar
box
was,
scores.
Do you think Joey Aguilar was the number one quarterback in the SEC against Alabama?
In
Do you
conference
think
play.
he played that way against Alabama? Yes or no?
He made one terrible play against Alabama.
He scored 20 points. Did he play like the number one quarterback?
He made one terrible play.
Oh, so that doesn't count.
What do you mean?
That
counts. I mean, it killed us.
Did the offense play good against Alabama?
The offense didn't play great against Alabama, no.
Did it play good?
I mean, if you get points there instead of it going 99 yards the other way, maybe.
No ifs. You didn't get points. Did the offense play good against Alabama, yes or no?
I don't think the offense played good enough to win against Alabama.
Did it play good?
I don't think it played good enough to win.
Did it play good? No caveats, no disclaimers. Did it play good against Alabama?
Did the defense play good?
I'm asking you about the offense.
I'm asking about the defense.
No one wants to hold a mirror up to the offense. It's just defense.
The offense averages 46 points a game.
Again, you can cite those numbers all you want. It's about the game flow. It's
truth.
about what's happening in the game. That's what I want people to understand. That's what I want people to look at. That's it.
I just want you to look at our lack of tackling.
Both sides of the ball have had moments of brilliance, and both sides of the ball have let the team down. That's it.
The offense is better this year than it was last year.
100%.
The defense is worse.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what it comes down to.
If that's as deep as our conversation should go when it comes to watching football, okay, I guess you got me there.
Well, I mean,
the offense is better this year. The defense is worse. That's fair. Now, most people would look and say there's a reason the defense is worse. Excluding injuries, it would also be just what our offense does makes it tougher on the defense. I think that's pretty basic, especially if you're looking at total yards and just total points. But
I mean, yeah, but do you have to have like the worst defense in the conference?
You don't have the worst defense in the conference.
Okay, besides Arkansas.
No, you don't.
I mean, can it not
right,
go?
You're right there in efficiency with Florida and Vanderbilt, two defenses that people praise. You're right there with them.
Inefficiency?
Yeah, inefficiency. You're right there with them.
Inefficiency?
In space efficiency.
What does that mean?
We'll look at some of those numbers after the break. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Give me the gun.
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Put out an efficiency chart. ESPN's SP Plus. I mean, it has the defense at like 48. So again, it's not great by any means, but not down in the hundreds where everybody wants to have it. That's it. I don't really feel like arguing about the defense anymore. My take is out there. They do enough when the game is in doubt to give you a chance in most of the situations. Is it asking a lot of the offense? Sure. Maybe it's asking too much of the offense, but it's just crazy to complain about asking too much of the offense while the same people beat the drum that we're the top offense in the country. Like, are we the top offense in the country? Okay, then go out and make us some plays to win the game when you have to. We're an offensive program. We're an offensive team. That's my point. That's it.
I don't think people want to have it down in the hundreds. I think it's in the hundreds.
It's not in the hundreds, though.
Well, it is.
Well, I mean, it is if you're looking at just raw numbers, sure. If you are removing all context and
I mean, if you want to say
critical thinking, and it has to be black and white for you, that's fine.
Yeah. You got to be smart. You can't look at the product on the field.
You literally just said it.
No, I mean, you want to say everybody just looks at the numbers. We're watching the game on the field too.
Did you not literally just tell me last segment that pace of play and number of plays and all that and possessions matter?
Yeah, and look, I'm not saying.
So then why are you citing total numbers then?
I'm not saying that we have the worst pass defense in college football. Our pass defense is better than about 11 teams. It's not the worst one. So,
just again, as a football mind, how do you, in one breath, tell me that pace of play, number of plays, snaps, possessions, and all that matters, but then in another breath, you just give me total raw numbers? How does that work?
Because it's not good enough.
That would be like taking
not anywhere close.
That would be like taking every NBA defense that plays right now and saying that they are the worst defense in the history of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Or taking every NBA offense and saying they're the best offense in the history of the sport, while removing context of, well, the pace and the threes and all this stuff matters. You have to look at what happens.
Yeah, it matters. You still shouldn't be 124th in the country.
When we're judging defenses that play, 60% of the snaps and possessions compared to our defense, I think it's just disingenuous to not try to find some stats that include the difference of numbers of snaps. When I think a lot of our portion of our season has been played with 2-score leads or more,
you can't.
I think it's crazy to judge that as the same as when games are in doubt.
You can't chalk it all up to playing fast.
You can chalk a lot of it
that's
up
just
to,
an excuse.
No, you can chalk a lot of it up to playing fast while also looking at the number of plays, while looking at the number of amount of time spent on the field, while looking at game situation and how big the lead was. Yes, you can.
Okay. It's not good enough is what I'm telling you. You're never going to win a championship doing what you're doing right now. Like, if that's the goal, if the goal is a championship, then we need to reevaluate.
I would say you'll probably never win a championship playing this type of offense, will you?
Well, then why are we playing it?
Because we can go out and win 10 games doing it and be a top 10 team and enjoy most of our Saturdays.
Well, I want to win championships.
You might be able to win a championship playing that way, but I don't know. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, because it does when Tennessee's offense is at its best. It is going at breakneck speed. Unless you have the bodies on defense to comfortably play 22 or 23 guys, it feels hard to hold up. No. Like, do you think there's a way to do both? Sam, is there a way to do both outside of just recruiting 25 guys on defense that can play?
Yeah, I mean, I do think style of play eventually is something that you got to not figure out, but like I do think there's kind of a happy medium between the two. And what we've seen the last 2 years, I think, has been kind of defensive centric, but it's been harder to score the football. And this year it's a lot easier to score the football, but at times, those quick scores then make it harder on your defense. And I think it's just kind of hard to strike a balance between the two.
And meanwhile, we do think that the offense struggles because it doesn't go fast, right? Like we all agree that the offense needs to go fast to be good. Cody, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm asking for it to be a little bit better defensively.
Sure.
You know, in 2022, you weren't good defensively either, because a lot of it because of the style of play and everything. But your numbers were better in 22 than they are right now in terms of where you ranked nationally.
Just on a week-to-week thing or what? What do you have like a week-to-week breakdown of 22?
Yeah, I mean, you were at least in the top 100. You weren't 124th, you know? Like, I'm just asking for minimal improvement here. I don't know why, you know, simply I understand you're playing more possessions, and that's part of the game. But I still don't understand why you have to be shredded as a defense. Do those have to go hand in hand?
And you're blaming Tim Banks for that?
I'm not blaming anybody for that. I'm just, you know, I want to see it improve. Like, I'm not calling for heads or nothing.
Well, you say I'm getting a check from Tim Banks, so I'm asking, like, is Tim?
Well,
Banks
I'm saying
the problem
you're
here?
carrying water,
Right. So is Tim Banks the problem? Like,
well, I don't know if it's Tim Banks or if it's just you don't have the personnel. If it's, you know, NIL, you don't have enough money to recruit safeties. I don't know what it is. I just see the play on the field, and I want it to be better. That's it. I understand the days of allowing single-digit points are over. I understand it's not the 1970s anymore. There's more possessions, so you're going to give up more points. I get all that. But I still think that you should play with some pride as a defense, and that you don't have to be absolutely torched every game from the passing game. You've given up, I mean, to every you haven't allowed an FBS opponent to not score 24 points, you know? That includes UAB. I mean, every FBS opponent you play comes out, rolls the ball out, and scores 30 on you. Is that what we want? Is that how we want to play? To just know that our offense has got to score 40, and if they don't, we're going to lose?
I just don't know if you can say that whenever the defense held Arkansas to 17 points until the game was out of reach. Like, you didn't have to score 40 points to win that game. Like, that's just where I keep coming back to.
You had to score 32.
We don't know if you did or not because they didn't give up more than that. They gave up 17 until the game was 34-17. Like,
the game is 60 minutes.
It's not. Not every game is the same.
It is.
Not every game is the same.
It is. The game's 60 minutes. They scored 31 points.
There's garbage time for a reason. It happens at every level of football.
You can call it garbage time until it's not garbage time.
And that's fine. The offense has to be aggressive too, and to make that work. The offense took care of business against Kentucky. That's why it wasn't an issue. The offense didn't take care of business.
Right, it wasn't an issue because the offense came out and scored 56 points.
Right. No, because the offense kept scoring even.
The onus shouldn't be on the offense to have to do that every game, should it?
Again, the Arkansas game was 20-17 with about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. 20-17.
It was 34-17, and then the defense gave up 2 touchdowns. You're just picking a spot at the game clock.
I'm picking a spot until the game becomes out of reach. Yeah, that's the whole point.
It was out of reach until it wasn't out of reach. Then it's 34-31.
So they had the ball, the chance to win, Arkansas did?
No, but if they had 5 more minutes in the game, they might have.
Well, they didn't, right? They didn't have it?
No, because it's a 60-minute game.
Right, so if they had 5 more minutes, then maybe. But if they had 5 more minutes, maybe the defense doesn't go in prevent mode so quickly. It's not picking a random spot. It's picking when you have a 3-score lead and you let up.
Yeah,
like it's called prevent for a reason. Like it's just a thing defenses do. It's a thing offenses do when they take the air out of the ball.
Yeah.
Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. We'll play some trivia. Stick with us.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
to college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players in helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles, unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10. All the ops take a ride.
3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's get some news. Give me something else in the world. What's happening?
Thank you, John. Got the LSU hot board via Pete Nakos. Looking at Lane Kiffin, Kenny Dillingham, Marcus Freeman. Why does Marcus Freeman's name keep popping up? Like, why would he leave Notre Dame? He's got one of the top jobs.
Try Notre Dame coach again.
Yeah. I mean, I like Marcus Freeman. I think he'd probably work out pretty good there, but his name keeps coming up as if Notre Dame is just some up-and-comer school that, like, oh, yeah, we can get Notre Dame's coach, no problem.
Is it because he, like, wasn't Catholic when he got hired and, like, had to convert? Do you think people think that, like, he's just not a fit and, like, doesn't live the Catholic lifestyle or something? Like,
I don't know. Do you have to be Catholic to coach Notre Dame?
Yeah, they made him convert.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems culty.
Yeah, he had to convert to officially take the job.
That's kind of silly, isn't it? Your football coach, like Notre Dame, wouldn't you just want a good football coach? I mean, you got to do the thing with the rosary too. Is it
want a good Catholic football coach?
I mean, is it necessary? Like, if a guy can coach, he can coach, right? I mean, I understand you probably don't want some, well, we won't go that route, but you probably want him to be somewhat regular. But, like, what if he's just regular Christian? Is that not good enough? I don't know. Jeff Brom, Eli Drinkwitz, Clark Lee, Brent Key, John Summerall, and Joe Brady. Now that's the Joe Brady. That's a guy they'd like to have, isn't it? Good memories with him.
I'm surprised Joe Brady is still getting mentioned with college jobs. Is that it?
I mean, LSU 29.
But he's been there ever since then, kind of, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, 5 years. I mean, well, 5 years is a long time, yeah. 6 seasons, would that be? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, yeah, 25. So 6 seasons. I feel like he's an NFL guy. He's getting mentioned for NFL head coaching jobs. Now, maybe he'd want to go back and get in the college game, but he that 2019 season with LSU, he was only there for 1 year. 2 years prior to that was with the Saints. So, I mean, like he's mostly an NFL career except for that 1 year.
I don't even know who you hire these days. Like, if I'm an LSU fan, I don't think any of these names would have me excited except Lane Kiffin. Because, like, Marcus, you're not getting Marcus Freeman, I don't think.
That feels like a troll. They're not going to hire Notre Dame's coach again. Just on principle.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't get Lane, like, Lane's the only fun coach out there, right? Like, these other guys are just, I mean, you're going to take Jeff Brom? He's going to leave Louisville?
Jeff Brom's pretty damn good. But Jeff Brom's that type of coach. The problem is I think there's a lot of coaches that are pretty damn good that could maybe succeed. It's just, and maybe we were a victim of this too, except I feel like LSU and Florida are kind of ramped up even more than we are. But, like, there's a lot of coaches that could probably come here and be pretty good. They're just not going to get the fans excited. So it just doesn't feel like a realistic option. Like, you could probably tell me Drinkwitz would be good at LSU. Of course he would. A lot of people would be. James Franklin would probably be good enough at LSU. You're not going to hire him. He wouldn't be exciting. Jeff Brom would probably be great at LSU. But, like, no one's going to get excited about Jeff Brom. So at that point, if you're those coaches, why not just stay and be happy where you are?
I do think Clark Lee would be pretty good too.
But Clark Lee could be a damn legend at Vanderbilt. Like, he's going to make plenty of money. The expectations are never going to get too high. They'll build a statue for him if he just stays. Like, he's not got to be in the top 10 every year, of course. He's not even got to make a damn bowl. He's probably got to make a bowl game every year. But, like, he ain't got to win 9 or 10 games. Just stay at 6-6 or better. Have a couple years where maybe you strike lightning in a bottle. Like, that is a pretty good life for Clark Lee. Now, on the flip side, to be fair, we said that about Mark Stoops as well. Like, oh, Mark Stoops, he can be a legend at Kentucky. Just stay there. You'll be a king, never leave. And they have turned on Mark Stoops. You know, Kentucky fans hate Mark Stoops now. So, like, maybe eventually it does get old and does get tiresome. Although with Clark Lee, that feels a long way away. You can still have a pretty good career. It just feels like fit matters. And maybe it doesn't. But it just feels like you got to go somewhere where the fan base isn't mad at you from the get-go. I know some of us were disappointed when Josh Heupel got hired, but I think a lot of us were realistic about where the program was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did Josh Heupel give you a lot of confidence, especially after, like, you know, flirting with Gundy and Franklin and all that stuff? Like, no. And obviously Tennessee fans were wrong about that. The ones that were upset, and I was upset at the time. But, like, in the back of your mind, I think everyone knew, like, hey, you're not a premier program right now. You're facing probation. You're coming off of a 3-win season. What are you going to do? I don't know if LSU is going to have that type of thought. They're thinking they should have a pick of the litter type of coach. They think they're a top 3 coach, a top 3 job in the country. And they probably are. Florida's going to feel like they have to get a home run. I think Florida should be a little bit more realistic about that, but
somebody's going to be disappointed.
Well, that's the thing is I think if Lane Kiffin doesn't move, I think
everybody's
going to be disappointed.
I think you're right. I think if Kiffin doesn't take one of those, and Florida's got to be like, if they felt like they were close on Kiffin, they got to be really sweating now that LSU's open.
Yeah.
Because they're both going to be going after him, obviously.
Yeah, and if I'm Lane Kiffin, I'm going to LSU over Florida.
Yeah, I think so too.
When I say everyone's going to be disappointed, I mean these big schools, because, there's a pretty good chance that, Arkansas comes out of this with somebody they like. Arkansas gets Rhett Lashley or, Summerall, somebody like that. They could be over the moon about that. Virginia Tech, hey, Virginia Tech, you're kind of well positioned. You could go out and just hire one of these B-tier coaches away, and you can win. Even a Shane Beamer feels like a win right now if you're Virginia Tech. Call James Franklin. That's a home run. Hell, Brian Kelly, home run for Virginia Tech. You're in a good spot here because you're not necessarily going to swing for the fences.
No, you can be sold on more coaches if you're that tier of a job.
But LSU and Florida and even Penn State, boy, if you don't hit a home run, it's going to be pretty disappointing. A nice hard hit double is going to feel pretty underwhelming after what that you probably thought you could get. But outside of Kiffin, who are even the biggest names that are realistic right now? Kiffin, Saban. I mean, three of these are dumb. Saban, Gruden, and Urban. Those are three huge names. Marcus Freeman. Okay, so are those the five big time Grand Slam names, Sam? I mean, and again, Saban, Urban, and Gruden obviously not coaching right now.
I feel like they'll give James Franklin a call.
Who, LSU?
Yeah.
At least interview him? I think it'd be tough to go from Kelly to James Franklin.
How about Josh Heupel?
I mean, I feel like Josh is kind of that B-tier coach. Kind of like we talked about with Arkansas and Virginia Tech. I think Heupel is really good. I think Heupel wins a lot of games. I don't know if Heupel would even get people fired up and excited if you're LSU or Florida or Penn State. I also think Heupel's in a pretty good spot here where he wouldn't uproot his life for any of those. Now, if
he's remodeling his house, he's got kids in school.
If LSU called Josh Heupel, you listen just because it's LSU. But I don't know if you ultimately take that job. You got a pretty good thing going here. If people like Cody will quit complaining about him and quit talking about his program.
Fire Tim Banks.
Hell, you guys wanted to fire Josh Heupel too after Mississippi State. That's what's crazy.
I didn't.
Well, you're kind.
I've never once.
You're kind.
Fire Josh Heupel.
Don't trust me.
I love Josh Heupel.
I know where all your takes come from. They come from the same type of people. You guys wanted to fire Josh Heupel too after Mississippi State.
No,
that's what's been crazy is that not to get back in it, but now everyone's Mississippi State wasn't that bad. People wanted to fire Josh Heupel because of how bad the offense was against Mississippi State.
I'd never fire Josh Heupel. I love that guy. I love having him as my coach.
I do wonder, at what point any of these schools would call him.
We'll see if Oklahoma opens up.
Yeah, if Oklahoma gets up, that could be scary.
Would it be scary?
Yeah. Okay. Did you not just hear what we talked about with these coaches? If Tennessee had to hire somebody right now, they're not going to get anybody that makes you happy.
You don't think it'd be anybody good? You don't think we could upgrade over Heupel?
No. With who?
I don't know.
You going to do the same thing? Well, we call Kiffin back. Saban, Gruden. No, now is not the time to be looking for a coach.
I mean, what is Urban Meyer doing? Is he?
I
think Saban's pretty well retired. I think
Urban Meyer is begging to be called right now. Yeah. Urban Meyer is begging to be called.
He ain't got no good TV job.
No, he does the Big Noon Saturday, but I think Urban Meyer is desperate to be called right now. Sam, you're making a face. You disagree?
Yeah, I do. I think he's pretty comfortable with the money he's making over there at Fox. This book was written a while ago, but it was after he had gotten out of coaching too. And it was he basically would have lost his wife and his kids and everything if he continued to coach. They basically gave him an ultimatum, you can't go back to this anymore. You're a psychopath and we hate you.
I don't think that was coaching. I think that was him fondling that girl in the bar, Sam.
Whoa.
This book was released before that had happened.
Oh, okay. Well, then he went back to coaching after that?
Well, I mean, it was talking about like the college game. I think obviously the NFL came calling and he was like, well, it's the NFL. Let me give it a shot. And
I don't care about my family. And then
burning.
I don't care about my family. And then he shows you he didn't care about the family by fondling that girl in the bar. So I don't think Urban Meyer's worried about his wife and kids leaving. The kids are probably in college by now. But
Urban Meyer ain't cut out for this game anyway.
Well, that's a different story. And when you say this game, you mean NIL and all that pressure? Sure. That's a different story. But I think Urban Meyer would like the attention of being courted. Now, whether or not he would take it, I don't know. I know the heart issues, and you're talking about the family issues and all that. I just find it hard to believe, Sam, that he wants his last coaching stop to be Jacksonville and how big of a train wreck that was. I think if he got the chance to coach LSU, Florida, hell, maybe even Penn State, like if Notre Dame ever opened up and called him, I think he'd jump on those type of opportunities.
I think he's good with being a legendary college coach and knowing that it flamed out in the NFL. I think if he went back to college and failed again, he'd just ruin his legacy completely.
Okay.
You think we could finally get Gruden if Heupel goes to Oklahoma? I mean, now that he's saying that
finally get Gruden.
Well, now that he's saying that he's
stars for years.
Well, he's really open to coaching again. He was talking about coaching college ball recently, and
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet John Gruden doesn't get hired this cycle. So maybe we could shut up about John Gruden. If he can't get a job of all these openings, if he's not even like a serious candidate in all these openings, we could shut up about John Gruden.
I want Coach O to get hired somewhere. I want him to go back to the Bayou.
Heard about Oregon State with him.
Really?
More like Orgeron State.
Hell yeah.
Orgeron State.
Go Beavis.
Oregon State.
I love Beavis.
Oregon State or UCLA, like if you can't get an option there, then yeah, I think that's the market telling you that Ed Orgeron's a joke. But we'll see. Surely he gets an offer from UCLA or Oregon State, or at least some interest.
Yeah,
our defense is going to be strong as a damn. I'll tell you that much.
Go Beavers. Have you guys seen the picture of that guy eating a big plate full of those Arby's steak nuggets?
No.
Have you had them yet?
No.
You hadn't? Do you think it's a coincidence that Arby's has rolled out these steak nuggets and I haven't seen a raccoon in weeks? Do you think that's a coincidence?
I don't like the way you're besmirching Arby's. They got the meats. I trust Arby's.
Would you have the steak nuggets?
I don't crave the steak nuggets. I don't.
It's missing person's meat.
Honestly,
Would you try them?
Huh?
Would you try them?
Would I try them? Yeah, I'll try them.
You'll try the steak nuggets?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, my goodness.
Those don't even look good on the commercial.
They don't.
I don't want them, but I'm not afraid to eat them. I don't think it's raccoon.
I am.
You know, all those.
Yeah, I will say, I got to say, Sam, I tried to branch out at Arby's until I had that one chicken sandwich that wasn't cooked that about made me sick and throw up. But
there's nothing worse when you get that frozen chicken patty that's only been in the fryer for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I about threw
it's got
up.
That hard middle.
Yeah, I about threw up. It was bad. So I was on a run of getting a lot of those chicken sandwiches. After that, I haven't gotten one since. That's been over a year from now.
All you got to do is go home, throw it back in the deep fryer.
Well, I came to work, so I didn't have a deep fryer. And I was like, I'm just going to throw this away. Yeah. But I still like their French dip sandwiches and their roast beef. I'd give the steak nuggets a try, but I don't. What do you dip them in? You just eat them plain? That seems like a problem.
I imagine they'll give you some barbecue sauce or something.
I don't want barbecue sauce and steak.
Steak sauce or something.
See, I don't want that. So
I love steak sauce.
I'm not
underrated condiment.
I'm not into the steak nuggets. I don't want them, but I'm not afraid of them.
You know what I love steak sauce with, Sam? A good mid steak. Like, everybody says, well, if your steak's good enough, you don't need any steak sauce. Well, that's true if you're eating a really good steak, like a well-cooked ribeye, not well-cooked. I mean, cooked well is what I'm not saying I eat it well. I'm saying a finely cooked ribeye is what I'm saying. They did well in cooking it is what I'm saying. But like a good mid-tier steak, like you get just one of those half-ass sirloins or something. I love steak sauce with that.
What's your steak sauce?
A1, yeah. Country Bob's good, too.
I'm a 57 guy.
57's good, too.
I love 57 and hamburger steaks. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah. Good hamburger steak with
hamburger
some onions.
Steak and 57.
Onions, yeah.
Or just some of those tough steaks from like the Western Sizzling. I put 57 on that. Just like a sirloin or something.
That's a perfect steak for going to one of those type of steak restaurants.
I don't like A1, though. I've always been a 57 guy.
Yeah. I don't know if I've had 57.
57's great.
I don't know if I would recommend it to adults. It's one of those things I've loved since I was a kid. So, like, it might be one of those things like, John, of course, he likes 57. I don't know. I've just always loved it, and I hated A1. Hamburger steaks, pork chops, 57 is perfect for it.
You ever had HP sauce?
No.
It's kind of like the British A1.
No, I don't think so.
It's good too. It's good with sausages. Good Worcestershire. You ever have just Worcestershire?
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Just using that as a dipping sauce?
Yeah.
What?
Just putting some of that Worcestershire juice on your plate
I don't
and
know
putting your
if I've had it
steak
or
in
not.
it. Yeah.
Never tried it.
It's great.
I mean, I've used it Worcestershire sauce and some other things, but not as a dipping sauce.
I love steak sauce. I don't like how steak sauce gets unfairly criticized as being like, oh, you're not, if you eat steak sauce, you're not. Like, I understand. Yeah, if you're at Ruth Chris or something, you're having a nice ribeye, you don't, no sauce, but.
Man, I need to fix me a hamburger steak. Some hamburger steak, mashed potatoes, and
now
mac
when
and
you make a
cheese.
hamburger steak.
That's what I had my whole life growing up. I made the switch to turkey burgers back in like 4 or 5 years ago, trying to be a little bit healthier, but I do miss the hamburger steaks and 57 sauce.
You made the switch to turkey burgers?
Yeah, leaner.
Ugh.
I like them.
You need that fat.
I like turkey burgers.
I like turkey burgers, yeah. I don't eat them as burgers. I just eat them as like the steak or whatever. But
yeah, I don't mind turkey either, but beef.
Nothing beats a regular burger.
Yeah. When you make a hamburger steak, what is that? Is it just a
it's just a hamburger.
It's just a hamburger patty.
Hamburger
right?
patty, yeah, with no buns or anything.
I always wondered about the hamburger steak. I didn't know if there's a different way of cooking it that
I don't cook it different. You're asking the wrong person there. And growing up, I don't think she cooked it different.
I mean, I know my grandma would make like grilled onions with it, and maybe mushrooms or something.
Actually, my mom might be mad about that. Maybe she did do something different to it. Maybe I shouldn't speak.
I think it is different cooking a hamburger steak. I think it looks like a hamburger patty, but I think it is made with like you put some other stuff in the beef. I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe some Worcestershire.
Maybe I need to ask Ma. Tuesday trivia coming up next. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Me, I'm
All right, let's play some Tuesday trivia. Sam, did the people come through for you?
I got one category.
You only got one?
Shout out my guy Todd, but I created one in the midst of everything. So we're good. We got all 5.
Okay.
Oh, it's trivia time already, huh? Ooh,
all right. Today's categories. We have famous managers.
Oh, God.
Halloween. General. Quarterback wide receiver duos.
You slow down.
My bad. What do you need, Cody?
What's after famous managers?
Halloween.
Okay.
General.
All right.
Alter egos.
Oh.
And quarterback wide receiver duos.
Oh, God. I don't like these at all.
Famous managers, Halloween, general, quarterback, wide receiver duos, alter egos.
Is famous managers, is that baseball or can that be anything? Is that like.
You have to ask the question to find out, friends. I'll start as last week's winner. Give me quarterback, wide receiver duo for 3.
One now eligible for the Hall of Fame. Which NFC quarterback wide receiver duo set the record for most receptions in a single season in 2019?
Can you repeat the question?
One now eligible for the Hall of Fame. Which NFC duo set the record for most receptions in a single season in 2019?
Ooh, that's a good question. 2019. You said quarterback, wide receiver duo?
Yeah, so like name the quarterback and the wide receiver
that
set the record.
Take your time.
I just blanked. I was working somewhere and then just completely forgot where I was going.
I know what I'd say.
Quarterback, wide receiver. I just drew a blank.
Yeah.
I don't even have a guess. I just went so blank.
Oh, no.
I don't have a guess.
Nothing. Drew Brees and Michael Thomas.
Okay.
All right, then.
I didn't even get to Drew Brees. Damn it. Okay.
Let's go quarterback receiver duos for 2.
This 2000s college football duo threw for 5,700 yards and 48 touchdowns, with his leading receiver totaling over 1,900 yards and 22 touchdowns.
Oh, that's it? That's all I get for a 2-pointer? What? Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
This 2000s college football duo threw for over 5,700 yards and 48 touchdowns in a single season, with his leading receiver totaling over 1,900 yards and 22 touchdowns.
I feel like I should get a conference or something for a 2-pointer, but we'll go with Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty simple. Alter egos for 3.
Calvin Broadus Jr.
Snoop Dogg.
Correct.
Built right in there for you, huh? Let's go with general for 3.
General for 3. What is the largest land carnivore?
Okay. The largest land carnivore. Okay, so this is a carnivore. and it's on land. Okay,
Correct.
so it's not an ocean creature, so it's an animal on the land. Well, shoot. Cats they're carnivorous. Bears typically are not carnivorous, as far as I know, because of what they eat. Wolves are carnivorous. Wouldn't be an elephant. Is a hippo a carnivore? I don't think so. Or is it? What the hell's a hippo eat? Probably a lot of fish. I don't know about this one. This is tough. I mean, you got a lion. You got like a Bengal tiger. Bengal tiger is a pretty good sized animal. I don't think it's any kind of bear. Although a polar bear doesn't have any vegetables to eat. Polar bear probably eats a lot of fish. Is it considered being a carnivore if you eat fish?
Are you guys trolling me? You're just going to let him take like 3 minutes to answer this, Sam?
We gotta go.
Is this a joke?
We got to go now? Okay.
5 seconds.
Give me a countdown.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hippopotamus.
Polar bear.
Damn it. That was my next guess. I was going to say polar bear. I thought through it and everything. And then I thought, if it's just fish, is that... son of a gun.
That's a close one.
Damn it.
Was that your guess, John?
Well, I got nervous when he got to polar bears, which is why I said it's time to give an answer.
You always see all those pictures of them with the blood all over them.
Yeah.
Let's try. I'm nervous about this. Let's go famous managers for 3.
Famous managers for 3.
Doing this.
This man and his family were one of the largest factions in wrestling history.
Oh, baby, let's go. So just this man, this family?
Yeah. I don't know anything about this category, to be honest with you, so it's hard for me to judge point values. I vetted it to Bubba. He said, if you know it, you probably do.
All right, give it one more time.
This man and his family were one of the largest factions in wrestling history.
This man and his family. And I'm looking for a manager?
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy is considered a manager, but he's managed guys before. He was the head of the family, a huge faction, multiple factions. Vince McMahon?
Bobby Heenan?
If that answer would have been Vince McMahon, I would have.
Is Vince McMahon not correct?
By his question, yeah, that's what I would have said. But if that had been the 3-pointer,
why would you have been mad if that's the?
Because
what do you
that
mean?
would have been an insane 3-pointer to say
what
the McMahon family, really? Like, I'd be. It wasn't even the answer, so I'm fine. But,
how is it not the answer? Is what I want to know. Is this
why
odds?
would that be a 3-pointer?
I didn't make this category.
I mean, why would that be a 3-pointer? Like that. That's what I'm saying. There's no way that could have been the answer. Okay. All right. 3-2, round 3. Let's all reset. Let's all calm down here.
John's trying to gather himself.
Let me try Halloween for 3. This is going to be a mistake, but let's do
What
it
is
anyway.
the name of the hotel in the 1980 film The Shining?
Yep, that was a big mistake. Hopefully that if he knew it, I at least played some defense. The Shining. Jack, right? Jack Nicholson. Don't think I ever actually watched that movie.
Really?
The name of the hotel, the Bates Motel. I don't know.
Is that your guess?
I don't know it.
The Overlook Hotel.
Okay. Still 3-2.
Give me alter egos for 4.
Reginald Kenneth Dwight. 'Cause
Reginald Kenneth Dwight. Reginald Kenneth Dwight. Reginald. Man, I've heard this before. Who is it? Reginald.
5 seconds.
Oh, you son of a gun. Yeah, that's cute.
8 seconds.
I'm going to go back in time how long you got on your polar bear question, and then I'm going to times it by 2. Reginald. Who is Reginald?
4 seconds.
Shut the hell up. Reginald. I'll go with Ice T.
You would be looking for Elton John.
Oh, okay. That's where
Did you know that, Cody?
Now that you say it, yes, but it wasn't coming to me there. So I
kept
guess
thinking Reggie. Somebody. I was thinking of Black.
Yeah, that one really wasn't close.
That's
to
a little
Elton John when I
problematic.
was looking it up.
Yeah.
Let's do alter egos for 2. See if we can just take a lead here.
Marshall Mathers.
Eminem.
Yep.
All right, that's simple enough.
Give me
4-3 going into 5.
Give me quarterback wide receiver duo 4.
Quarterback wide receiver duo for 4. Who was the quarterback and leading wide receiver of this team, notorious for not having a 4,000-yard passer, making a mid-2000 Super Bowl appearance?
Quarterback wide receiver duo 2000s. No 4,000-yard. You're looking for the lead receiver and the quarterback.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to go with Big Ben and Hines Ward.
Rex Grossman and Muhsin Muhammad.
Okay. So you're telling me Big Ben threw for 4,000 yards in 2006? That's what you're telling me? Is that what the question says?
I would guess that the Steelers have had a 4,000-yard passer in their time.
Wait, is it franchise's history?
Of this, who was the quarterback and leading wide receiver of this team, notorious for not having a 4,000-yard passer?
Son of a gun! All right, I misheard the question. I thought it meant he didn't throw for 4,000 yards that season. Son of a gun!
General for 2.
General for 2. Which scientist proposed the 3 laws of motion?
Of course, I knew Big Ben threw for 4,000 yards later in his career. I'm gonna kill myself. This is it. Oh, I'm ending it. I've had enough.
The 3 laws of motion.
Who proposed them?
Well, I feel like this is a pretty basic question. This probably is a 2-pointer in terms of science. I should know this, huh? So that's like gravity, motion. Is that the same?
Can't give you context on the question, Cody.
Sir Isaac Newton.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. 6-3 going into 6.
Give me.
Almost said Thomas Edison. Damn, I should have got that polar bear question.
Give me alter egos for 5.
Oh goodness.
Alter egos for 5. Eric Arthur Blair.
Eric Arthur Blair. Be good to me one time. Easy-E.
George Orwell.
It's not all rappers.
Damn it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round 6.
Oh, I'm kicking myself over Rex Grossman. I was thinking it just was a season, no 4,000 yards, but I don't know why. Son of a gun.
All right.
This damn McMahon question. I need an explanation on this damn McMahon question.
Let's go with let's go general for one.
Which element is O on the periodic table?
Oxygen.
There we go.
Give me, I guess it's Halloween for 5. Ain't got no damn quarterbacks and wide receivers yet.
What is the fear of ghosts called?
Goulophobia.
What'd you say?
Goulophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Close. I got the phobia part right.
I'll go with good defensive game today. I feel like when I win, it's these low-scoring games. I like these. Let's go with quarterback-receiver duos for 5, just to have a little fun.
A famous whack QB threw for 58 touchdowns in a single season, with his top receiver having 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons with double-digit touchdowns.
Is that Colt Brennan? It's a quarterback. It's got to be Hawaii, right?
Got to finish the question out. I can't tell you.
I don't know who the receiver was. What was his name? Colt Brennan and Maliki Kikimaka or something. I don't know.
That feels wrong.
Colt Brennan. Give me half credit.
Colt Brennan and Devon Bess.
Yeah. I never knew that guy's name. That's what makes it a tough question, I suppose. Yeah. Well, we'll call it 2.5. So good game. 9.5-3. Good game by you. Should have got that polar bear question. I think I'll take half credit for that too, for thinking about it.
I think that's fair. I'll allow it.
Yeah, we'll call it 11-3.
Last call on the other side. Stick with us.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at boknowshouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Last call here on the program. Wrapping up this Tuesday edition. Make sure you're following us on social media. Going to do a couple more entries to the Fan Run box, giving away a big prize pack this Friday. We'll be live at Calhoun's down on the river. The Tony Basilio Show, the Playbook with William Pattison, the Drive with Russell Bear and Bob Baskerville will be there live on the scene. I don't guess they wanted to open up early to get us out there. Wah, wah, wah.
I wish we could do a remote. It's been so long.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like doing them all the time, but I
don't like doing remotes.
Every now and again, you know.
I think we could get like a breakfast spot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea, Sam. That way we can sit here and listen to Cody eat. That'll be great for us all. Bubba, what did we miss so far today?
That's good gravy.
Sauce, not a gravy. Interesting, Cody. Well, over the weekend, we missed Tennessee soccer defeating Alabama for the first time since 2017. They also had Tim Howard make an appearance as Secretary of Defense.
Bubba, tell me one more time what we did last night for the first time since 2017. What did we do? Can you tell me that one more time? What did we miss?
Lady Vols soccer beat Alabama.
For the first time since 2017?
At home.
Is Alabama like a powerhouse in soccer?
I just think they're just a team that we just couldn't get over.
Okay. And Tim Howard was there last night?
Not last night, but he's been.
Oh, he's been around. Oh, yeah. I know he was doing some stuff. Are the seasons? Was that?
They're now in the postseason.
Okay, so that was senior night last night.
I believe so.
Okay, I was going to say I know the seasons are winding down. How did we finish up? I got to be honest. We came out hot. I know we got ranked number 1. I didn't really keep up with the soccer team. I assume we're still not number 1 in the country. I assume we've had some drop off.
Fourth.
Okay. I can live with that. Fourth gives you a chance.
Vanderbilt, Georgia, then us.
Oh, so we're 4th in the SEC.
Yeah.
Not 4th in the country.
Yeah. I'll look up the national
standings.
Okay.
Nick writes in, is Cody regarded? I wonder what that means.
I don't know, but you are regarded as today's winner. It is funny that you say you win the defensive battles because that really just means that you win whenever I can't get questions right. Like it's not so much about you getting questions right. You're good for the 2-pointers. It's just whether or not I can get any.
There's strategy involved in that.
It's just whether or not I have the discipline to go for 2-pointers or if I just go for 4s. I like going for 4s, and I just blew them. I am kicking myself over Rex Grossman and Moose and Muhammad. I feel like that's one of the times, Sam, that if I had the question written out in front of me, I get it right. Mm-hmm. But I got to be honest, sometimes I get lost in your questions.
I like to punt and play a good, clean, fundamental game.
The long ones, I get lost in my head. I honestly think I would have, again, if it was a written test, I think I would have gotten Drew Brees and Michael Thomas too. But
it is hard to contextualize it in your head.
It is. And like when you said 2019, for some reason, my mind just kept going to Eli Manning. I was like, it's not Eli Manning. But then I couldn't get past Eli Manning. I was like, Matthew Stafford. But I was like, Calvin Johnson wasn't still playing in 2019. And by then, Cody's telling me this time's up, and I just couldn't come up with an answer.
We put pressure.
Yeah, no,
on
I mean,
you.
that was fun. Again, you got 3 minutes for a polar bear question, but
still get it wrong.
I think I would have gotten both those questions right if they were written, but I completely choked listening to them.
I kind of figured whoever had went for that would have gotten Rex Grossman.
I should have gotten
like Machine Muhammad.
No, I would have 100% got Muhammad. I loved him. He had a cool celebration that I liked, where when he scored touchdown Sams, he would take the ball and pretend like he was doing a crossover in basketball, and he would, he was a cool receiver. I liked him.
You love Muhammad? Is that what you just said?
Moosin Muhammad. I loved him. He was a good player.
Cut that out of the audio, Sam.
But
I love Muhammad.
If I'd have gotten Grossman, I would have gotten him for sure.
Looks like we're 14th in the country.
Okay, so good enough.
Looks like the steak nuggets are actually ostrich meat. That's what someone's saying.
Speaking of steak nuggets,
probably
former Vol DJ Burns back associated with the NBA as he was signed by the Greensboro Swarm in the G League, and he's ready to swarm.
Did you see this picture of him?
Is he fat?
He looks thick.
He looks awful.
Thick.
No, he looks awful.
We have the Browns officially leaving downtown Cleveland, going to the suburbs.
Mistake by the lake.
That whole place is a mistake, but that's just me.
Now it's going to be a mistake not too far from the lake because it's not going to be.
We had a weird Pittsburgh.
He looks so fat in that picture. Like how is he? I mean, I know he carried him to the Final Four, so I know he's got a way of making it work. But that's not going to work in the NBA. Like, why? I know it's just the G League. He's not going to like make it back up. Like, he's not going to play in the NBA. But how is he even like getting a chance? Look at him, Cody. You can't put this guy on a professional basketball roster.
Well, he's a growing boy. I mean,
he's not a growing boy. He's like 25 by now.
He looks closer to the NC State. He looks closer to being on the Panthers offensive line than the G League team.
Come on, just because the guy likes to eat doesn't mean we got to make fun of him. I mean, he's a little chunky.
He's a professional athlete, Cody. You got to look better than that.
He wears husky jeans. I mean, look at Vita Vea. Vita Vea is a big old boy too, but
football player. That's what DJ Burns should be playing.
Yeah, maybe so. Shaquille O'Neal, he was a heavy set fella.
He just wore it better.
He was also really, really tall and athletic too.
Yeah.
Anything else, Bubba?
Well, as mentioned before, bad situation in Pittsburgh as consecutive nights they had individuals fall from both stadiums and event centers there. Somebody fell during the Pittsburgh Steelers game, and then somebody fell during the Penguins game.
Big problem with falling off the stands in Pittsburgh, too, is you always land on steel.
He still got it, folks. He still got it.
Also, Turkey has found that over 371 of the country's 571 soccer referees have betting accounts, which means that over 25% are actively betting on sports, including soccer matches.
Gobble, gobble.
So if that's happening in Turkey, where else is it happening? I don't know.
Yeah, it is crazy that like the NCAA came out and said, you know what? Actually, college players can gamble too. That a lot of it feels gross.
Big weekend for all those players.
Don't want to be a hypocrite. I've been gambling since I was in high school, on sports. So like I was gambling in college. I understand the college athletes want to play, but it did feel a little gross. As like the NBA is like, hey, the FBI is after us. Here you go, college kids. Now you get to gamble and ruin your life.
Maybe you can get a prop bet on the under on how many days it is before Adam Silver's indicted.
Speaking of indicted, Brad Paisley has sung the national anthem 3 times for the World Series, and every time the game has gone into extra innings.
What does that have to do with being indicted?
It doesn't.
Brad Paisley got a DUI or something? Or
wait, Brad Paisley singing or Brad Paisley's son?
Brad Paisley singing the national anthem.
Oh, I thought you said it sounds like it.
And in Game 2 of 2017, it went 11 innings.
Why is Brad Paisley singing the national anthem?
In Game 3 in 2018, it went 18 innings.
Is he a Dodgers fan? Is he like Cody? Is he just
he's just a guy singing the national anthem. I don't know.
Does Brad Paisley have a voice like built for the national anthem? I mean, I know he's got a pretty good singing voice, but I don't think of him as like a big come out here and be powerful, sing the national anthem type of thing.
I mean, not every national anthem singer is Aretha Franklin.
No, but most of them typically tend to be like at least thought of as like voice singers. What, Bubba?
Said he's got to be better than Fergie.
Well, yeah, but that was weird too. But at least that was like at the NBA All-Star game where they're trying something different. And it was like, hey, we're going to try to put a little rhythm behind it. Like, is Brad Paisley coming out there with his guitar and singing it acoustically? Like, I don't think of him as the type of person I want here and sing the national anthem. I get it if it's at a Preds game. Hey, Nashville. Yeah, I understand they have like, hey, here's Tim McGraw doing stuff. Here's Carrie Underwood. She fits the Aretha Franklin type of voice we're talking about. But it's just weird hearing that Brad Paisley singing the national anthem.
I don't know. It's L.A., man.
Yeah, I don't think of him as L.A. either. That makes it weirder.
Who would you want it to be? I mean, they can't get Randy Newman out for everything, you know.
Oh, say, can you see?
Well, like, do they want it to be a big star?
Because
if they want it to be a big star, like it doesn't check that box either. Is Brad Paisley a big star now? Like he's not. Does he even still make music?
I love L.A.
You said yeah?
I'm gonna say he does.
Like I haven't heard any. When's the last time I heard somebody be like, "Hey, you heard the new Brad Paisley song?" I gotta be honest. It was that time he had that song "Accidental Racist" with LL Cool J, which they tried to save hundreds of years of bad race relations with one song. And LL Cool J ends it by saying, if you don't judge my do-rag, I won't judge your Confederate flag. And I'm just like,
it's a good line.
I don't know if I've heard from Brad Paisley since then. It kind of ended his career.
He's got a snow globe. He's got a Christmas album coming up in November.
He's from West Virginia. What the hell does he know about the Dodgers or the Blue Jays?
I'd like to check you for ticks.
I'm just confused by it. I like Brad Paisley all right.
That might be the dumbest song ever written.
No, it's not. That's a great song.
It's pretty dumb.
He wants to check her for ticks. He just wants to get her naked. That's all it means.
Good way
what's dumb about that?
Good way to get tick fever.
He wants to get his woman naked and rub his hands through her hair and check her body. Ain't nothing smarter than
Brad
that, brother.
Paisley just sang one-word songs that just like alcohol.
You're not going to.
He had another one called Water. Yeah, just like every one of his songs, just one word.
No, he
just
mud on a tire.
He
That's
opened the
4 words.
dictionary and just found a word.
You're not wrong that he definitely he became that guy, like Ticks, Online. That was really the downfall. That album, Fifth Gear, 2007. That was the album. It all went downhill for him. But Brad Paisley in the late 90s, early 2000s was really good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had some good songs.
One of the first.
I like Brad Paisley.
One of the first guys I saw in concert. He wasn't the headliner, but he opened for Kenny Chesney.
Did you see Big Dom dropped off pizza and cheesesteaks to Cam Scatterboom?
No hard feelings, kid. We had to do what we had to do. We got Big Tone coming up next. The Tony Basilio Show. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.